100 years ago, spirit energy returned, becoming the very foundation of this new world. Stick with me, because this is where our story truly begins. Creatures empowered by this energy began evolving down two separate paths. One side reverted to primal instinct, unleashing monstrous physical power. The other developed psionic abilities, mastering devastating energy attacks. Among humans, this led to countless new professions. We see one on the phone screen, Spirit Beast Observer, with 37 million followers. Tap for details, tap for requirements. Next up is Spirit Material Analyst, with 69 million followers. Tap for details, tap for requirements. A finger scrolls across the screen and stops on a chilling question. What do you do if you get bitten by a ghost shadow thorn hair beast? As a spirit energy user, you need a powerful partner. Buy now for only 999,998 for a chance to win a rare treasure. Lin Yuan scoffs. Completely useless to me. He mutters his own advice. Don't panic, just drink plenty of warm water. And keep the room ventilated so the corpse doesn't start to smell. Just then, a trembling cat-like paw rises, followed by a heavy pant. So hot, Lin Yuan, so hot. This creature, a supposedly intelligent 100 questions beast, scrambles right onto his owner's head. Lin Yuan blinks. Smarty, what are you doing? The creature replies weakly. I heard it's cooler from a higher place. He just raises an eyebrow. It's barely any higher. Smarty hops down, slides open a door, and parks himself by the window, desperate for a breeze. There's wind, now there's wind. Don't forget your medicine. Lin Yuan nods. Yeah, I know. The door slides shut. He grabs a broom and starts sweeping. My name is Lin Yuan. I'm 18 years old and the owner of this tiny spirit beast shop. And even though humanity can use spirit energy to raise incredible creatures, for me that's just a distant dream. Weeks since he was a kid, he lost all connection to spirit energy at age 12. And here's the kicker, he can't power up his body or even contract a half-decent spirit beast. He glances down, staring at a small potted plant. Lin Yuan sighs. Just a cloth for shade isn't enough. In this heat, there's no good way to cool it down. Smarty pops up to offer his opinion. It's about to dry out completely. That plant is a lily magnolia, common grade, common quality. A bottom-tier spirit beast. Lin Yuan shields it with his hand, sympathizing. Poor thing. It's a low-level healing plant, so weak it can't even compete with the green vine fodder they feed to livestock. He picks up the pot, an idea forming. In this world, reborn by spirit energy, all spirit beasts are divided by grade and quality. Anything bronze tier or below is considered low level. No one wastes resources raising them because high-tier beasts evolve so much easier. In 100 years, there's never been a record of 100 questions beast evolving. Ever. Just then, a sharp chirp cuts through the air. Lin Yuan, here's your medicine. A small bird named Yin Yin, a sound bird, flies in. Seeing her, Lin Yuan's expression softens. Yin Yin, thank you for your hard work. After saying that, he gets lost in thought again. Just like my own body. Simply contracting low tiers like Smarty and Yin. Yin gave me a migraine for 2 weeks. You and I can both see the idea of leveling them up is an impossible dream. An hour later, both Lin Yuan and Smarty are sitting listlessly at the stall. Do humans really like to sleep in this much? Smarty asks with a sigh. Why is the street completely empty? Lin Yuan frowns, annoyed. What are you talking about? He decides to shout, come take a look, everyone. We have some great healthy green radishes today. A little girl hears him and turns around, her eyes widening in surprise. Mom, look, it's a 100 questions beast, just like my caca. Smarty grins from ear to ear, putting on his best sales cat voice. Welcome, welcome. Would you perhaps like to buy some green radishes? The calico cat in the girl's arms glances at Smarty with pure disdain. This thing's fur is a total mess. Clearly a reject. Can't compare to my glorious self. Smarty's fur stands on end as he hisses, completely offended. Reject? I'm a genuine 100 questions beast. Got a problem? Let's settle it with rock, paper, scissors. The tension in the air becomes thick enough to cut with a knife. Lin Yuan rushes over and scoops him into his arms. Easy, easy. How can you even play rock, paper, scissors with those paws? Let's just go get some fresh air. Smarty pouts. Is it okay to leave the shop? Lin Yuan pulls the door shut and replies. It's fine. It's not like we're selling anything anyway. The little beast squirms in his arms, whining. Lin Yuan, let's go buy meat. A few slices of braised pork, and I'll definitely get smarter. Then I'm sure I won't lose again. Lin Yuan gives him a look of pure helplessness, not daring to make any promises. A moment later, they're walking down the empty street, the two spirit beasts in tow. Yin Yin flies above Smarty's head, trying to console him. Smarty, don't be sad. You may not be as smart as other 100 questions beasts, but you're cheap. Its eyes well up with tears. Wah. Saying that just makes me feel even worse. Lin Yuan, walking behind them, lets out a heavy sigh. If only I could sense spirit energy. Suddenly, Smarty shrieks. Lin Yuan, to your left, quick. And just like that, pay close attention because this is where everything changes. A shield armor boar. What's it doing near the park? Don't tell me something happened at the breeding farm. Right then, Tong Ming shot forward, drooling at the sight of 50 wild braised pork meals. Lin Yuan panicked, grabbing him and yelling, "You want to get yourself killed for a meal, Tong Ming? You can't beat that thing." The Dunjia pig roared, and he felt a chill of fear. It's angry now. Dunjia pigs are normally gentle creatures. In theory, Tong Ming's taunt shouldn't have been enough to piss it off. Everything happened too fast for Lin Yuan to think. The pig charged straight for them. He grabbed Tong Ming and ran, panting for breath. So tired, even worse than yesterday. Inside his arms, Tong Ming asked worriedly, "Lin Yuan, are you okay?" Suddenly, Lin Yuan tripped and fell forward, making Tong Ming screech in terror. Yin Yin cried out, "Lin Yuan, I'll protect you." Tong Ming puffed out his fur and roared, "Come and get it, you tasty braised pork." Lin Yuan struggled to stop his two tiny spirit beasts. "Don't do it, we can't fight yet, just run." But then a strange feeling washed over him and his eyes shot open. "Where am I?" A voice called out in his head. Lin Yuan glanced over, thinking, could this bronze bracelet be the one I lost at age 8? It disappeared right after my blood touched it. A small glint of light flashed on Lin Yuan's wrist. And here it is, the moment that changes everything. He raised his hand, letting the golden bracelet's light cover his whole body. He could feel it again. It was back. The spiritual energy he hadn't felt since he was 8 years old was returning. Lin Yuan struggled to his feet, the golden bracelet now on his wrist. Tong Ming, who was being chased by the Dunjia pig, saw him and cheered, "Lin Yuan, you're awake." Yin Yin flew overhead, crying for help. "Think of something quick." The pig lunged towards Tong Ming, who shrieked in absolute terror. "This is bad. Even with this bit of spirit energy, I can't do anything in time." Just then the bracelet flared, and his gaze turned sharp. As the Dunjia pig charged, a breakdown appeared in his mind. Spirit Beast Dunjia Pig. Type Dunjia Pig. Spirit Level 3. Grade Common. System Defense Type. Quality Common. Lin Yuan's heart leaped. I can see it, all the details are right there. Level 3, while Tong Ming isn't even level 1. With that, he yelled, "Move, Tong Ming, it's attacking from your right." Just as the pig lunged, Tong Ming dodged just in time, screaming in fear. Lin Yuan clenched his jaw, his mind racing. This isn't good. Even if he can dodge, the power gap is just too huge. Just then, Yin Yin shrieked from above. "Don't you dare hurt Tong Ming." Light poured from Yin Yin's body, merging with the glow from the bracelet, and Lin Yuan froze. This light, it's the same. The two energies resonated, causing the Dunjia pig to seize up, paralyzed in pain. Let's pause for a second, because Lin Yuan just had a massive realization. Could this bracelet be about to trigger their evolution? A moment later, the Dunjia pig roared in fury, the sound making both Yin Yin and Tong Ming tremble. Tong Ming yelped, "Yin Yin, its throat is way bigger than yours." A flash of determination in Lin Yuan's eyes. No, even if they're on the verge of evolving, the gap between level 1 and level 3 is still a chasm. This pig's weakness is... The Dunjia pig charged again, without stopping, forcing Tong Ming to admit defeat. Meow. That braised pork is terrifyingly strong. Yin Yin panicked. Lin Yuan. What do we do? Lin Yuan finally shouted his plan. Yin Yin, sing, distract it. Any notes will do, just make it loud. She quickly replied, "Okay, I'll try do re mi." Yin Yin's broken notes threw the Dunjia pig into chaos. Lin Yuan quickly covered his ears, thinking, good thing I've endured 4 of her practice sessions. The Dunjia pig whipped around, glaring angrily at Yin Yin. She flapped her wings frantically as she flew. So, am I just doing this to give Tong Ming a little break, or what? Lin Yuan commanded in a low voice, "Yin Yin, turn and attack its eyes. If we blind it, we can stop it." Yin Yin regained her composure, spread her wings, and said, "Great idea, watch me." But strangely, the move she just used wouldn't work anymore. Lin Yuan gritted his teeth and slammed his hand on the ground, cursing, "Damn it, my spiritual power ran out at the worst possible time. I'm begging you just a little more." The moment he spoke, Yin Yin was stunned. Hey, I feel strong again. Watch this. She flapped her wings over and over, feathers flying everywhere, and hitting the Dunjia pig in the eyes. Seizing the chance, Lin Yuan yelled, "Now Tong Ming attack." He deftly leaped over the small feathers. Tong Ming shot forward saying, "Don't worry, Lin Yuan. I'm Tong Ming, the clever, of course I'll attack." Both Yin Yin and Tong Ming shouted in unison. Its nose. With that, Tong Ming launched a flurry of scratches right at the pig's face. The second it fell, Tong Ming was already moving away. He looked back at Lin Yuan and asked, "Lin Yuan, did we win?" Shaking, he replied, "We won. You guys were amazing. You sent it running for its life." The words barely left his mouth before he collapsed. Yin Yin and Tong Ming cried out his name in panic as the Dunjia pig scrambled to escape. But then the pig's hooves screeched to a halt. Uncle Lee, stroking a rabbit, spoke coldly. "I knew something felt strange around here lately. Why is there a Dunjia pig in this area?" Suddenly, Auntie Zhang's eyes went wide, staring at a feather stuck to the creature. "You and I both know who that feather belongs to." She tells Lao Li to handle it. She's going to find little Yuan first, leaving us on a brand new cliffhanger. Uncle Lee agrees. "Go on, don't mind me." And just like that, the scene shifts. Lin Yuan's eyes snap open as he realizes he's in that place again. He's lost count of how many times he's dreamed of this strange empty space. Staring at the giant golden bracelet floating before him, he cracks a small smile. "It's a little late, but thank you for lending me your spiritual power when I needed it most." The bracelet glows brighter, almost as if it's responding to him. He scans the area, about 40 to 50 square meters. Could this be the actual space inside the spirit artifact? Lin Yuan looks down at the bracelet, asking it directly, "Is this your power?" Mobius. And boom, a system window pops up with the details. Spirit item Mobius. Type also Mobius. And its spirit level 1. Grade normal. Spirit item quality also normal. It has 2 systems, spatial and mystic, with skills like true data and data conversion, letting it see truths the naked eye would completely miss. It also has calm mind, a passive skill that gets stronger as the artifact levels up. This ability stabilizes his mind, giving him a chance to be totally immune to negative status effects. Lin Yuan thinks to himself, "I've seen true data before. And isn't calm mind the skill that helps Yin Yin practice her singing? But wait, an exclusive trait, that's something you usually only see on bronze tier items. How does a normal grade item have one? Now this is where it gets really interesting. Could this be some legendary fantasy grade artifact?" He stares at the words, "Exclusive trait spirit, lock 1. The Mobius space can nurture other spirit beasts. Rule number 2, any creature raised inside can't start at a higher level than Mobius itself. 3. Mobius can't level up on its own. It only gets stronger when the beasts inside it level up, inheriting their starting skills. But Mobius itself will never learn new abilities. And 4. Every time Mobius advances a full tier, he can raise 1 more spirit beast inside. The leveling method stays the same." Reading this, Lin Yuan freezes. Wait a second. So right now, I can only form a contract with a level 1 normal grade beast. And I have to grind it all the way to tier 10 just to level up Mobius. Raising low-level beasts costs an insane amount of resources. Even a rich guy would go broke instantly, and he's completely broke. He shakes his head violently, trying to snap out of it. Whatever, it's better than nothing, right? At least I can finally sense spiritual power. Maybe, just maybe, my future can change. But then a familiar voice cuts through his thoughts. Didn't the doctor say it was just a little mental stimulation, just mild exhaustion? So why isn't he awake after almost half a day? Lin Yuan frowns. He recognizes that voice. It's his neighbor Auntie Zhang. Guess it's time to wake up. The moment he opens his eyes, his face is smothered by 2 warm balls of fur. One chirps Lin Yuan, while the other goes meow meow. He sits up, ruffling their fur with a weak laugh. "I'm fine." "Are you so worried you're stuttering?" Auntie Zhang lets out a huge sigh of relief. "You're finally awake." The kindly doctor smiles. "Your aunt here was worried sick. Let me just check on you to be sure." But Lin Yuan politely shakes his head. "There's no need." Auntie Zhang's brow furrows. "Xiao Yuan, you were out for nearly 10 hours. If you're sick, you get treated. Don't let a small problem turn into a big one." Hearing that, Lin Yuan has no choice but to lie back down. "Okay, Auntie Zhang. And you and I both know why he's so quiet. He's thinking Uncle Lee and Auntie Zhang take care of me, but I have to keep my contract with Mobius a secret." Just then, a fish swims past his line of sight, and instantly the system window pops up. Spirit name Bluegill Carp. Level 4. Elite grade. It's a water type with skills like Tail Whip and Blue Scale Recovery, which can heal mental wounds and cure status effects. Lin Yuan is impressed. An elite grade, no wonder. That's a seriously rare skill. After the checkup, the doctor turns to leave. He's fine. I'm heading home, my wife's waiting with dinner. Auntie Zhang quickly thanks him. Thank you, doctor. Just then Duo waddles into the room, carrying a lunchbox. Time to eat. Time to eat. Taking the lunchbox, Auntie Zhang gives him a stern look. Xiao Yuan, Uncle Li made this special nourishing meal just for you. You better eat every last bite. Lin Yuan forces a smile. I wouldn't dare, Auntie Zhang. The second he opens the lid, Genius lets out a squeal. Whoa, braised pork yin yin is just as hyped. It smells so good, so good. Lin Yuan watches Auntie Zhang holding Duo thinking. Uncle Li's little creature has always been a bit strange, not as energetic as others. He decides to check it out. The system window appears. Spirit. Name, type, level, system, quality, skills. Exclusive trait. Lin Yuan's eyes go wide. It's all just question marks. That thing is not a real Duo. Heavy footsteps pound the pavement. Lin Yuan is drenched in sweat, panting for breath. A few days out of the hospital, and he's been jogging for an hour every morning. But this level of intensity is still way too much for him. He never had spirit energy to strengthen his body growing up. He thinks, yeah, forget being a fighter. I should just pick a safe, non-combat profession. Suddenly, Auntie Zhang appears, pushing Uncle Li's wheelchair. The old man smiles. Xiao Yuan training early today. Lin Yuan flexes a scrawny bicep. Yep, gotta work out to stay healthy, right? Then a system window flashes over Uncle Li. Withering bone insect. Origin bone-eating insect. Level platinum. Or higher. A biological toxin mixed with a spiritual curse. And you and I both see it, the swarm of tiny insects, crawling on the man's clothes as Lin Yuan secretly activates. Alright, let's start with this bone-eating curse, a nightmare that's been latched onto our hero's leg for years. This level of spiritual energy, it's at least peak king rank. A King Lin Yuan frowns. If that's true, then that moth must be like him, seriously injured, hiding its power and healing in secret. Auntie Zhang pushes her cart past, adding, Little Yuan, if you need anything, just call. If that little sister of yours needs to pay any fees, don't carry the burden alone. Lin Yuan waves politely. Don't worry, Uncle and Auntie. Watching them disappear, he smiles softly. Ever since that day, Uncle Li had taken care of him and his little sister. If only he could heal his uncle's injury. He wonders if he has what it takes. A moment later, Lin Yuan pushes the door open to his home. The small plant has grown bigger. Spiritual beast green vine. Species Araceae, family Syndapsis genus. Rank tier 3 normal. Quality elite. Lin Yuan does a double take. Elite quality. It was just a normal grade plant last night, how did it level up? He figures his spirit energy isn't leaking out but flowing through him, pushing his spiritual beasts to absorb it and evolve. And now you and I both know he has to test this again. Time to raise the difficulty. He grabs a lily, a healing type plant. Remember, the green vine was the lowest rank, practically just animal feed. Lin Yuan places his hand on the pot, focusing his spiritual energy. The system's text immediately flashes to life. Spiritual beast lily. Species Kalanchoe, family lotus petal genus. Rank tier 1 elite. Type wood. Quality normal. Skills heal, recovers external wounds. Fragrance, a soothing herbal scent that calms stress. Lin Yuan breaks into a huge grin. Success. An elite grade lily with this skill set, the price just shot up by at least 100 times. He bolts up the stairs excitedly, calling out. Yin Yin, genius, wake up, look at this. Yin Yin appears first, looking cheerful. Lin Yuan, I think we've leveled up too. Genius then leaps right into his arms. The system displays new information. Spiritual beast Baiwen beast. Species cat, family Chirus genus. Rank tier 2 normal. Type spirit. Quality normal. Skill precise memory, remembers every single tiny detail. Genius puffs out its chest smugly. Before it could only remember one piece of braised pork. Now it can remember 30. Yin Yin has also changed. Spiritual beast Yin sound sparrow. Species blue sparrow, family kingfisher genus. Rank tier 3 normal. Type sound. Quality normal. Skill twittering notes. My singing has improved so much. La 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 la. Lin Yuan hugs Genius tightly. Not bad. I found my golden finger. Found it. Yin tilts its head. A golden finger. A golden finger. What's a golden finger? Suddenly, Lin Yuan freezes his eyes wide. Wait a minute. This isn't just about getting rich. Evolving a spiritual beast is incredibly difficult. Besides a few natural cases, most creators have to burn through treasures and spiritual herbs just for a chance at success. Okay, I know what you're thinking, this power is broken. But doing it all by himself, this kind of insane ability would attract countless greedy eyes. One slip up and he's a dead man. He can't even protect himself yet. To use this power safely, he has to become a creator, step by step. He has to use that profession as a shield, otherwise he's just inviting disaster. At that thought, he clenches his fist. Genius calls out Lin Yuan. Lin Yuan. Lin Yuan. Just then his phone rings. It's his little sister. He snaps out of it. Ah, thanks. He checks the date. That's right, it's almost time for Chu Ci to sign her first spiritual beast contract. Answering the call, he puts on a confident smile. Hello little one, is that you? A clear voice comes from the other end. Big brother, you haven't called in 2 days. Are you okay? Lin Yuan's voice softens. I'm much better. I was even planning to clean the backyard today. Chu Ci's brows furrow. What, you don't have enhanced spirit energy? How could you handle that? What cleaning? Wait for me to get back. Lin Yuan reassures her. It's just some light tidying, nothing strenuous. Don't worry, I'm not that weak. And remember our promise, okay? Study hard at school, don't waste your talent. Chu Ci stays silent for a long moment, then whispers with firm resolve. Yes, I know. Hanging up, she clutches her phone, a determined fire in her eyes. Brother, I won't let you down. That afternoon in the classroom, the teacher's sharp voice echoed in the quiet air. The suitable range for each combat-type profession is also different. Students, in the next 2 days, you will be signing contracts with your first spiritual beasts. I cannot overstate how important this is. While the quality and rank of the spiritual beast are decisive, the rank of the spirit chi professional also affects its combat power. The suitable range for each combat-type profession is also different. If the spiritual beast isn't a good match for you, the contract will likely fail and it could even damage your spiritual power. Even for life-type professions like craftsmen and weavers, it takes a long time of training and understanding to fuse spiritual materials together. What's more, our class focuses on cultivating combat professionals, so the coordination with your spiritual beast needs to be carefully considered. When the bell rang, students rushed out the door, shouting, "Goodbye, teacher." Just as Chu Ci was about to leave, the teacher called her back. Chu Ci, stay for a moment. Chu Ci, are you absolutely sure you don't want to reconsider the spiritual beast you want to contract? I understand your family's situation, but your talent is extremely high. The Federation's 100-sequence selection is coming up soon. You absolutely cannot miss this opportunity. And that's where we leave it for now, with our boy's little sister facing a massive decision. Trust me, what she chooses next is going to change everything. Huge success. His 3 pots of lilies just hit elite tier, each worth at least 20,000 Federation coins. Now, he can finally afford a high-level contract beast for his sister. But then his phone starts buzzing like crazy. Lam Vian figures it's a new customer, perfect timing. He politely answers, "Hello, who's calling?" You and I both know his good mood is about to die. The voice on the other end cuts straight to the point. Are you Chu Ci's guardian? Do you have any idea she's planning to contract a shellback beetle? With her insane talent, how could you let her waste it like this? Lam Vian's eyes go wide. A shellback beetle. A common beast worth 200 coins with decent attack but trash tier skills. Nobody contracts them, they're just high-grade pet food. Hearing his silence, the teacher presses on her voice sharp. Chu Ci's affinity is a perfect match for all defensive-type spirit beasts. Talent like that is almost unheard of in the entire Violet Crystal City. You need to prepare an elite-grade defensive beast for her first contract. It's the absolute best path for her. Lam Vian quickly replies, "Yes, thank you for telling me. I'll bring a suitable beast to the school within 2 days." He quickly does the math. An elite grade costs at least 100,000 Federation coins. The clock is ticking. He has to raise all his common green ivy to elite tier, then trade them for a top-tier defensive beast for his sister. The next morning at the bus stop, Lam Vian looks absolutely wrecked, pale and out of breath. He'd spent all night channeling spiritual energy, and his body feels completely drained. But he made it. Still, the spirit beast market is a shady place, so it's better to be cautious. Lam Vian lifts his head, whispering nervously, "Smarty, are you sure you want to come? Smarty pops his head out of Lam Vien's hat, grinning wide. Of course. That whole good boys stay home trick doesn't work on me anymore. Besides, haggling is literally one of the duties of 100 questions beast. Lam Vien just sighs, completely defeated. Ever since leveling up, this little guy had gotten way too rebellious. Just then, a driver's voice calls out from the distance. Bus is here. Everyone please wait behind the yellow line. Smarty stares at the horse-drawn carriage in front of them, completely baffled. Huh, this looks nothing like the bus I read about. Lam Vien just smiles and explains. That's because you were reading a history book, not a modern travel guide. After a century of spiritual energy returning to the world, spirit beasts have replaced a lot of old steel machinery. Once they're on board, the driver gives a friendly warning. Hold on tight. At his command, the horses bolt forward, and Smarty gets blown right out of his hat. Luckily, Lam Vien catches him just in time. The little beast shrieks, "Meow, that was fast." The driver glances over and starts making small talk. Hey kid, you headed to the spirit beast market. You picked a pretty good day to go. Lam Vien's ears perk up at that. Why? Is there a new shipment of beasts or something? The driver answers immediately. You haven't seen the news. Now, pay attention, because this is where everything gets interesting. 2 days ago, a dimensional rift opened up 30 miles outside the Shah district. I hear 3 squads of violet crystal guards are still stationed there. It took the guards 2 full days and nights to hunt down every single dimensional beast that poured out, but they finally got the situation under control. Lam Vien repeats the words in shock. Violet crystal guards. The driver just nods and keeps talking. Yeah, the rift opened right next to a spirit beast breeding base. A ton of the young ones were either killed or badly injured. So the staff are out there now, selling off the injured survivors at market stalls. Smarty chimes in, suddenly understanding. So, that's how those armor-plated pigs got out. The driver continues his story. Yep, especially the armor-plated pigs. A few of them escaped. I bought one yesterday for a steal. We roasted it up for the whole village. The kids were fighting over it, and we smoked whatever was left. Lam Vien gives the driver a big thumbs up. You're a legend, sir. Can you drop us at the intersection closest to those stalls? He was celebrating on the inside. A heavily injured spirit beast would definitely be cheap. A real bargain. A moment later, Lam Vien and Smarty step into the noisy, bustling market. Smarty's eyes are sparkling with excitement. All right, leave the rest to me. So Lam Vien, what kind of beast are we buying? And for how much? Lam Vien size. An elite grade defensive type. And the price? At least 100,000. Okay, I know what you're thinking. How is he gonna pull that times off? Hearing that, Smarty shrieks in horror. But we don't even have 20,000 saved up. Lam Vien just shrugs with a confident smile. That's why we're trading the green ivy and lilies I leveled up last night. Smarty's tone softens. Meow. But they're definitely going to try and rip us off. Lam Vien's gaze drifts to the hundreds of small glowing pots all around the market, a question forming in his mind. These plants. It feels like they're calling out to me. For the first time, he can clearly feel the instincts of other spirit beasts, some drawn to him, others pushing him away. The ones with a fainter light feel the most welcoming. But wait a second. Sweet pear bright orchid snow. Lily Emperor's jewel. Is his affinity really this broad? Healing types, support types, they all seem to fit. He feels a natural kinship with all plant types. And trust me, that's a discovery that changes absolutely everything for him. Alright, stick with me as we join our boy Lin Yuan on his hunt for the perfect defense-type partner. Lost in thought, he snapped back to reality by a familiar voice. Hey Lin Yuan, you gotta see this. A muscular vendor is asking 80,000 for his creature. Genius Ever the hustler offers 10. The guy drops to 70, so Genius bumps it to 15,000. His face sours. 60,000 is my final price. Genius fires back 20,000. Take it or leave it. A system window pops up, showing the stats for a hard-shelled rabbit of the mountain rabbit family. It's an elite level 1 defense type with common quality. Its skill, Hardened Skin, forms a scaly shield on its contractor to block incoming damage. Lin Yuan immediately dashes over, grabs his companion Chu Ci Genius, and bows his head in absolute embarrassment. I'm so sorry, my 100 questions beast can be incredibly rude. The vendor scoffs as Genius protests. Lin Yuan, what are you doing? I was so close to getting it for 20,000. He leans in and whispers, ever heard of comparison shopping? The info for a nearby potted turtle pops up. Common level 3. A defense type of common quality. Its skill giant form lets it grow massive, shielding its contractor from harm. Lin Yuan squints with a hint of regret. The level is too low, and he's got no time to grind. You can already tell he's not going to settle for just anything. The next creature's info appears: a gloomy armored pig, a beast from the armored family. Elite level 1 defense type, common quality. Its skill, curl up, lets it roll into a ball. It's basically a living shield. Lin Yuan shakes his head, unimpressed. It's no better than that hard-shelled rabbit. Genius scoffs. Something that pathetic can't protect the kid, right? Maybe we should just go back for that rabbit. He pats his companion reassuringly. Let me think. Lin Yuan carefully scans the area, weighing all his options. Finally, one creature stands out from the rest: a coiling horned sheep. Species: sheep and goat family. Rank: elite level 7. Type: rock. Quality: perfect. Its skill: brace, uses its massive horns for defense. Looking at the young creature, Lin Yuan nods, completely satisfied. A young one with perfect quality that also knows a control skill: horn shock. The information repeats: coiling horned sheep, goat family, elite level 7, rock type, with perfect quality, and the brace skill. Its large horns on its head can be used for defense. The horn shock skill attacks through the horns, hitting the target's body. The high-frequency shock paralyzes them. Lin Yuan boldly makes an offer. Hey boss, 100,000 for this coiling horned sheep. What do you say? Genius is stunned. 100,000. The owner looks up from his paper, half asleep, and says, hold on, I have to call my wife. Genius starts nagging furiously. Lin Yuan. I already checked the prices online yesterday. A coiling horned sheep is only 50,000, and even a rare one is 90 max. I know what you're thinking. He's acting like some rich kid throwing money around. The owner is busy on the phone, mumbling, yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, Lin Yuan starts explaining his strategy to Genius. This is called showing sincerity. You're still a total amateur when it comes to negotiation. After hanging up, the owner gives his final verdict. 120,000 Federation coins. Take it or leave it. Both of them let out a heavy sigh, thinking about their rotten luck. A disappointed Lin Yuan says, I don't think there are any other defense-type spirit beasts here. Genius suggests, if we're really out of options, we'll just have to overpay for this sheep. It's all for the kid after all. In the distance, a noisy crowd surrounds a small stall where a large man is making an announcement. Thanks for your support these past few days, everyone. We are now completely sold out of spirit beast meat. For those who couldn't buy any, I sincerely apologize. The crowd murmurs, disappointed. How is it all gone already, boss? I thought you still had a few heavily injured spirit beasts in the back. Why don't we just butcher them too? Another person nods in agreement. Yeah, who knows when we'll find another deal this good. Lin Yuan's ears perk up and his eyes instantly sparkle. Heavily injured spirit beasts, and you and I both know that's code for a high-risk, high-reward opportunity. Genius nudges him with its paw, helpfully reminding him, Lin Yuan, this is not the time to be thinking about stewed pork. The owner, Mr. Yang, apologizes to the crowd. I won't butcher the ones in the back. Sorry for making you all wait. If you're interested, you can go inside and see them. There are only 3 left, and they're cheap. One customer complains loudly. Are you kidding me? You're not gonna butcher injured spirit beasts for food. How are we supposed to heal them? Who can afford a creation master? Let's get out of here. There's nothing left to buy. Seeing Lin Yuan approach, Mr. Yang quickly calls out to him. Young man, you're too late. The meat is sold out, and this stall won't be selling spirit beast meat anymore. Lin Yuan says with a straight face, Sir, I'm not here for meat. I want to see the spirit beasts inside. He thought to himself. The owner's emotions are clearly a mess. At times like this, one wrong move in a negotiation and you're out. But he's different now. A special bracelet gives him a skill to stay incredibly calm. An Duong squints with a friendly smile. Kid, I'm not that much older than you. Just call me An Duong. I've got 3 heavily injured spirit beasts inside. Come on, I'll show you what I mean. Inside are 2 web spitters. At first glance, they look healthy, but their abdomens are ripped wide open. In this state, they won't last more than 2 days. Thong Min gags. It stinks as the creature's info panel appears. Spirit Beast Web Spitter. A level 10 elite poison type with perfect quality. Its skill allows it to spray nearly invisible razor-sharp web threads while moving. Its poison web ability shoots a toxic net straight ahead. Lam Vien takes a closer look, assessing them instantly. If not for their injuries from the dimensional rift, they'd be bronze rank by now. Good stuff. He asks with excitement. If they weren't hurt, wouldn't one of these sell for 300,000 Federation coins? And Duong laughs. That's thinking too small. A support beast. With crowd control and poison like this, the price would be much higher. Now getting 150,000 for both is a long shot. Lam Vian immediately proposes on Duong, I want to buy these 2 web spitters. I don't have enough cash. Can I trade a spirit beast for them? And Duong's friendly expression fades. Look kid, I'll be honest with you. After this, I'm using the money to start a new spirit beast breeding base. I'm starting from scratch, so I probably don't need whatever you're trading. He sighs internally. A kid is still just a kid. He knew he shouldn't have gotten his hopes up. Now watch this. Lam Vian drops the bombshell. What if it's an elite grade Than La? On Duong's eyes narrow. You trade an elite Than La. And I wonder what the quality of your Than La is. Lam Vian just grins. I'm very confident in its quality. If you want ANJ Duong, you can come see it first. ANJ Duong pauses for a moment considering it. An elite grade Than La is extremely rare on the market. People pay double the base price for them. If this kid is telling the truth. An Duong sighs. This is the last spirit beast I have left. The one we poured our hearts into. The beast he reveals is a Iron-Horned Rhino, according to its info, a level 10 elite earth type with epic quality. Its rock-horn skill is a reckless all-out attack that completely ignores any injuries sustained. The sacrifice skill allows it to actively take a share of the damage meant for its owner. Lam Vian's eyes light up. An Duong, how much are you selling this Iron-Horned Rhino for? His mind races. Epic quality, about to hit bronze rank, and it's a defensive type. This is perfect for the kid. An Duong asks stiffly, are you serious? Its condition is not good at all. But Lam Vian ignores him, already praising the rhino. This thing is amazing. How about 20,000 Federation coins? An Duong's face instantly goes pale. I know, right? Do you actually have a way to heal this rhino? He wonders. Could he have a creation master backing him? An Duong can't hide his utter shock. Little brother, you want to buy all 3 of them, and you'll trade an elite grade Than La for them. Lam Vian's response is short and certain. An Duong, trust me. The Than La will not disappoint you. Thong Min chimes in. Lam Vian wouldn't trick you. At last, An Duong gives a nod. All right, I'll trust you. If you're really buying all 3 of these spirit beasts, then I can finally pack up this stall. We can head out to see your Than La in a bit. I also have a spirit cage, so we can take the rhino and web spitters with us now. With that, An Duong tosses an item toward Lam Vian. Thong Min asks curiously, what is that? A spirit lock box, he explains. A special invention from Ostrich Logistics. You can put spirit beasts inside, and they'll shrink to fit. Their weight is also drastically reduced, making it much easier to transport heavy spirit beasts. Thong Min's eyes go wide in amazement. Something this good actually exists. Why haven't we ever used one before? Lam Vian just waves his hand. Hey, when have we ever had the money for something like that? The spirit lockbox shoots a beam of light at the rhino, sucking it inside as Thong Min watches completely stunned. A beast that huge was really stuffed in there. That's insane. An Duong lets out a heavy sigh. This spirit lockbox is only bronze grade 2. I'm afraid this rhino will never get the chance to evolve into a bronze rank spirit beast. Then he summons a giant beast of his own, the Radiant Flame Lizard. It's from the scaled lizard branch of the crested lizard family. Level 7 bronze rank 7 out of 10. It's a dual poison and fire type. Its quality is just common. The Broken Fang skill lets it intentionally snap a tooth inside a target to thrash and tear them apart from within. After biting down, it spins its body like a drill, ripping through flesh and bone. And with that, you and I see just how brutal this world truly is. This beast has an exclusive fire poison trait. Its poison glands are linked right to its saliva, giving it a nasty burning bite. Brother Yang pats his flowing light fire crest, grinning. So what do you think, little bro? Not bad, raising this beast, huh? Lin Yuan gives a thumbs up, admiring it with an appreciative click of his tongue. It's a bronze grade spirit beast, all right. That fire poison trait is a serious offensive upgrade. He thinks to himself, getting to see a bronze grade spirit beast this close, you don't get chances like this often. But watch this, Brother Yang's whole vibe suddenly shifts. He's not just some kid, Yang realizes. To have such expert knowledge at his age, he's either a rare genius or has a master backing him. His bet was the right one. Suddenly, a shout comes from behind. Old Yang. He turns around only to face some very angry customers. What's the big idea summoning your flowing light fire crest out here? My stiff bee rabbit is too scared to even eat, and so is my fairy ape. Brother Yang just scratches his head, apologetic. My bad, my bad. We're leaving now. Hopping on the Firecrest's back, Young smiles. We're about to take off, so hold on tight. The Firecrest stomps its feet and launches forward. Lin Yuan riding behind can't help but be amazed. This is way faster than a thick-hoofed train. Meanwhile, Smarty is just screaming for its life. It's not until they get to his house that Brother Yang speaks up. You live closer than I thought. And you've got a strong stomach. Most people want to puke their first time riding that thing. But hey, that's nothing. The real thrill is riding a flying beast and looking down at the world from above. Lin Yuan catches his breath exhausted. Are you kidding? I should be thanking you. That was my first time riding a bronze-grade spirit beast. Inside the simple house, Brother Yang tells him to sit anywhere. Lin Yuan follows, scanning the room and sizing it up. No matter how you look at it, this place doesn't seem like a creator's secret hideout. If your silver coronas aren't up to snuff, little bro, I'm sorry, but business is business. Then his eyes land on the plants and Brother Yang's mind just explodes. And yeah, you guessed it. A creator. It has to be. Elite-grade silver coronas, this perfect, are impossible without a master's help. Brother Yang practically shouts, this is beyond all my expectations. They're all pinnacle quality. Even on the star web, this stuff is rare. A ton of merchants would kill for these. Lin Yuan immediately starts to show off. Before evolving, these were grown in soil, infused with energy ore. That's why the roots are so strong. The quality is absolutely guaranteed. Yang inspects the plants closely, thinking to himself. The cuts are still fresh and moist. So the kid wasn't lying. Top-tier pinnacle-grade stuff. Could this be it? Is his luck finally turning around? He suddenly recalls what that cloaked figure once said. What makes you think you're worthy of meeting a creator like me? Yang thinks it over. To meet a creator, he'd need to offer spirit materials they'd actually want. At his level, there's no chance. But if he can build a connection with this kid. Seeing Yang lost in thought, Lin Yuan asks, Brother Yang, are you satisfied with these silver coronas? He snaps out of it, nodding quickly. Satisfied, absolutely satisfied. Then let's talk price. Honestly, all of your silver coronas are elite-grade pinnacle quality. On the star web, they'd get snapped up at 30,000. My best offer is 33,000 per pot for 100 pots. The question is, can you supply that many? Hearing this, Smarty is thunderstruck, blurting out, 33,000 a pot, how much money is that? Lin Yuan calmly agrees, done. But he thinks to himself, this is perfect. He needs tons of materials to level up his spirit chi profession, and silver coronas are the easiest way. You and I can see what's happening here. Brother Yang is piecing it all together. This deal is huge, but the kid is totally calm. He's clearly been around the block. This ordinary appearance and this tiny shop, it all has to be a front set up by the master behind him. With that thought, Yang stands pretending he needs some air. So little bro, how many days will you need to get the goods ready? Lin Yuan smiles. 7 days. Inwardly, he's already doing the math. 1 hour per pot. Plus 2 days to gift that kid. His spirit beast. Not to mention rest time. 7 days is cutting it close. Talk about a change of fortune. Brother Yang is ecstatic inside. A blessing in disguise. The heavens are on my side. You and I just witnessed this man's entire destiny shift. Lin Yuan's eyes crinkle into a bright smile. All right, Brother Yang. Come back in 7 days to pick up your order. Brother Yang nods, furiously beaming. Of course, but are you sure you don't need a deposit for the other 70 pots? I definitely have the cash for it, old pal. Lin Yuan just waves his hand generously. No need. Just come get them at the scheduled time and we'll settle everything then. Model. Mr. Yang steps out the gate, waving back. All right, kid, I'll be back in 7 days. Lin Yuan smiles and replies, of course, Mr. Yang. See you then. He thinks to himself that the hardest challenge is about to begin. Now you and I are about to watch him face his biggest trial yet. Lin Yuan, is he going to be staying with us for a long time? Genius asks with a worried frown. We can't afford to feed him, but this time, Lin Yuan is dead serious. We save him first, that's what matters. Now, you two get down here. Lin Yuan's eyes are locked on his heart pounding. The creature's at its absolute limit, he needs to act right now. Spirit chi flows from his palms as the wounds slowly begin to heal. The more he sees it work, the more excited he gets, grinning wide. It's working, time to speed this up. He pushes his spirit-filled palm forward. The entire rock rhino is engulfed in energy, letting out a roar of pure agony. Lin Yuan's jaw drops, completely stunned. What is happening? Wait a second, are we about to witness its breakthrough to the bronze tier? Hang in there, Zhao Yao. We have to smash through this barrier. Lin Yuan stands his ground as the dust settles. A tiny crack appears and then shatters completely. He peeks out from behind his arm, cheering. We did it. After being healed, the beast stands tall, its posture filled with pride. Its stats quickly update. Fey Iron-Horned Rhino. Species Horned Bovine. Sex Male. Grade Bronze Tier 1 of 10. Type Metal. Quality Normal. Skill Rock Horn. The metal on its 2 horns is enhanced, allowing it to launch a self-sacrificing attack that ignores any potential injuries. Sacrifice. When the contractor is harmed, it will actively take on a portion of the damage. Suddenly, Lin Yuan's eyes go wide. Wait a minute, the system screen isn't done. Exclusive characteristic. Choose 1 scale skin. A layer of skin is reinforced with an additional layer of scale-like armor made from the same components. Tireless Rush, which saves stamina during a sprint. Or Absorb Pain, which converts a portion of damage taken into life force. Lin Yuan can't believe his eyes. He actually gets a choice. He crosses his arms, thinking deeply. 3 characteristics, pick one. The first 2 sound good. This is a tough call. The Tireless Rush skill on a defensive type Fey, yeah, that's completely useless. Scale skin would probably grow a thick hide of armor. Besides defense, the friction from the scales could add damage in a clash, but overall, it still feels a little underwhelming. But Absorb Pain is a whole different story. It takes hits and heals from the damage. I mean, that's a skill tailor-made for a tank that just gets tougher the more it fights. Alright, I've made my choice. I'm picking you Absorb Pain. Another transformation begins. The system screen updates with the new information. Fey Iron-Horned Rhino. Grade Bronze Tier 1 of 10. Skill Rock Horn coats its 2 horns in metal for a do-or-die charge. Sacrifice. When its contractor is injured, it will proactively take on a portion of the damage for them. Exclusive characteristic Absorb Pain. Absorbs a portion of the damage taken and converts it into life force. Lin Yuan watches its transformation complete. Pride swells in his chest as he does the mental math. By combining Rock Horn and Absorb Pain into a perfect loop, this beast isn't just a pure tank anymore, it's a heavy attacker disguised as one. Lin Yuan crosses his arms with a deeply satisfied grin. Using this as his little sister's first Fey is the perfect choice. Let's see any punk try to get close to her now. Genius smacks its lips, curious. So doesn't that make Chu Ci and this Iron-Horned Rhino the legendary Beauty and the Beast duo? Lin Yuan just shrugs casually. So, what my sister's safety is what matters most. Besides, it's not like you aren't a beast yourself. He curls his lips into a faint smirk, his decision feeling more right by the second. Yep, this was definitely the right move. Not only did the Iron-Horned Rhino break through to bronze tier, but his own spiritual power surged in response. The higher his phase evolve, the more power he gets back. The rhino starts licking Genius, making its fur stand on end as it yells, "Hey, don't you know how heavy you are?" Lin Yuan doesn't pay them any mind. He's lost in his own thoughts. Just helping the Iron-Horned Rhino break through to bronze tier had nearly exhausted all his strength. He wonders what kind of realm a top-tier creation master could reach by combining all sorts of heavenly treasures. Genius, now soaking wet, asks helplessly, "So how are we getting this to your sister?" Lin Yuan glances at his phone while searching and replies offhandedly, "Ostrich Logistics Advanced Class. What else? Since I'm in a hurry, I went ahead and placed an express order. They should be here to pick it up any second now." Hearing this, Genius gets instantly excited. What express delivery does that mean? I get to fly like a rocket? Awesome, I'm gonna fly. That night at the Radiant Moon Palace, the scene shifts and a quiet voice echoes from within the Grand Hall. 3 parts catnip agila wood, 1 part sinking sea ebony, and 1 part essence blood from a platinum-grade Fey. A blue bird drops a vial into a waiting hand, as Sikong whispers with hesitation, "Lord of Sky Creation, this matter." Ling Xiao cuts him off with a cold tone. No more useless words. Their eyes watch as a small piece of wood falls into the solution and instantly explodes. The Moon Empress points forward, controlling a red object, as she utters a single low command, "Go." She thought to herself, just brewing it unleashes this much insane power. It even forced out my protective spiritual energy. Is this the level of a 5-star creation master? And with that, the Moon Empress, one of only 3 in the Radiant Federation, gives her command. "All right, summon your spirit beast." "You wanted to evolve, don't you?" the man beside her gasps. The king-level expert clutches his chest, catching his breath as the city lord of Ling Xiao watches in shock. He turns to calm him. "I told you not to worry. The man responds with deep respect, "Thank you, Lady Moon Empress." It's just, it acted without warning. The Moon Empress casually throws the liquid towards the massive beast. It immediately starts draining its life force, causing its body to tremble violently before collapsing to the ground. Sikong stammers in absolute terror, "Lady Moon Empress, it's..." She calmly cuts him off. "It's fine. It's evolving to the legend quality. All you have to do is fuse the willpower rune you've comprehended, and it will become a fantasy breed." Sikong cups his fist and bows deeply. "Thank you, Lady Moon Empress. I, Sikong, pledge my life to serve you. I would walk through fire and boiling water without a second thought." Suddenly, the beast's eyes snap open as an earth-shattering roar explodes from its throat, causing a tiny pair of rabbit ears to twitch nearby. The small rabbit sitting on a soft blanket lets out a little huff as the giant beast continues to shake uncontrollably, letting out a whimpering sound. The Moon Empress speaks, her voice laced with ice. "Now, here's the real reason she's shaking things up. Pay attention. Walking through fire isn't necessary. But the Creation Master exams are held once every 3 years and only allow sequential testing. How can we possibly find truly gifted individuals that way?" Sikong is floored. "Lady Moon Empress, does that mean they can skip ranks in this year's exam?" Stroking the rabbit's soft fur, the Moon Empress makes her decree, her voice filled with absolute authority. "Only from Class 1 to Class 2. Anyone who passes the Class 1 exam within 2 hours will be exempt from the 3 lifestyle profession tests and can participate directly in the Class 2 exam. Pass down the order." Sikong bows his head in obedience. "Yes, Your Highness." It's now Ling Xiao who speaks up, her gaze sharp and probing. "Is it because you feel the Federation's recent exams have failed to find any young people with exceptional talent? So much so that even comprehending a simple willpower rune has become rare. And that's why you decided to reform the system?" The Moon Empress snaps her head around, her voice cold. "No, this is a personal matter. The Bamboo Monarch and the Chef Supreme have both taken disciples. I refuse to lose to those 2 old fools." The words leave Ling Xiao utterly stunned. She can only think the Moon Empress is going to take a disciple. After a silent pause, the Moon Empress speaks again, her tone like steel. "Furthermore, the dimensional tide is approaching, and Purple Crystal City has the highest concentration of insectoid dimensional rifts. As its city lord, it's your duty to protect your land and its people. Every single rift must be guarded. No mistakes will be tolerated." Ling Xiao drops to one knee, her respectful voice echoing. "You have my word, Your Highness." As the head of this city, Ling Xiao will forever be Purple Crystal's pillar. Okay, let's switch gears and check in on our boy Lin Yuan as the moonlight shines down on him, soaring through the night sky. "You doing okay, kid? Once we get above the clouds, it'll be a much smoother ride." Lin Yuan is green in the face, looking like he's about to be sick. "I'm fine." The man just offers a warm smile. "That 100 questions beast of yours is a clever one. Too bad we were overloaded, otherwise I would have brought it along." A flashback of the cat's tantrum plays in their minds. "Meow meow, I wanna go, I wanna go." Yin Yin gets to fly every day, but this time only Lin Yuan is going. "I'm being left alone." Yin Yin held him back as Smarty tried to explain, "But aren't I letting you fly right now?" Lin Yuan stood nearby trying to calm him. "Be good, Smarty. I'll bring back delicious food for you when I return." Back in the present, his face is still pale as he clutches his throat. "It's fine, there will be other chances." Suddenly the pilot's eyes go wide. "All right, we're here. Take a good look, kid. Try not to be afraid of heights. This is the most famous scenic view near our Purple Crystal City. First time seeing it. The bright moon makes it even better tonight. When it's pitch black, it loses all its magic." Lin Yuan gazes down below his eyes, a mixture of pure curiosity and excitement. "Yeah, this is definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience." As the incredible scene fills his vision, Lin Yuan feels something forming in his sea of consciousness. This feeling. It's a willpower rune. Taking in the magnificent landscape, he can clearly feel a strange transformation condensing inside his mind. And yeah, you and I are watching a massive power-up happen in real time. It's a willpower rune. There's no mistaking it. This is the willpower rune that represents mountains and rivers, a perfect match for the type of spirit beasts he owns. Seeing the young man dazed for so long, the man piloting the beast finally asks, "Hey, you all right?" Lin Yuan snaps out of it quickly, replying, "I'm fine. We've been flying through these mountains for a while now. How much longer until we reach Purple Crystal City?" The man looks up at the sky, making an estimate. "Probably not until morning." Lin Yuan's brow furrows in confusion. "Huh. Weren't you the one who said we'd get there before dawn? The driver just laughed, explaining, hey, wasn't that because you wanted to come along too? Besides, you were sick earlier, so I had to slow things down for you. Hearing that, the guy covers his nose and waves his hand dismissively. Forget about me, just floor it and get us there now. The driver just shakes his head, giving in to his passenger's demand. All right then. The next morning, the school grounds were already buzzing with energy as students walked and chatted excitedly. One student wonders out loud, aren't we supposed to be signing our spirit pet contracts today? Why are we heading to the training grounds? His friend explains, looks like they changed the schedule. Right after we get our spirit pets, it's straight into combat class. The first guy was still surprised. Why would they push the combat lessons up so much earlier? I heard it's for some Jingbai Z selection. The entire curriculum for all students has been accelerated, all to find the truly gifted ones. Another student nods along. Yeah, that's right. My friend at another school was just texting me complaining about the same thing. Seeing that all the students had gathered, a teacher on a high platform announced that this would be a combat class for the 12th graders and the very first practice session for the 10th grade combat class. In a moment after you sign your contracts, you'll be randomly matched up to spar against the 12th grade students. This is to get used to your spirit beast skills, so don't worry. The goal is to learn, not to win. Hearing this, a blonde-haired girl turns to her friend, her voice filled with worry. Chu Ci, this is so stressful. We have to fight the 12th graders. After a short pause, she asks again hesitantly, Chu Ci, are you really going to contract with an ash armor bug? Chu Ci looks down at the box in her hands and nods with resignation. Inside is a tiny ash armor bug. After a series of matches, the teacher waves his hand and shouts, 8th match of the combat drill. The result was no surprise. The 10th grader Wushu was defeated and ran off the field. Another victory for the 12th grade. Witnessing this, a female student yells out in frustration. This is so unfair. We just got our spirit pets, and now we have to fight seniors with way more experience. The whole thing is completely one-sided. Then she turns to someone else to cheer them on. Xiao Qi, you're up next. You're the best student in our class. You have to teach them a lesson. But the teacher seemed completely unbothered by the complaints. He just waves his hand. Next, we will begin the 9th match. Are you both ready? Feng Lihong steps forward, a smug look plastered on his face. Of course. The students below immediately start murmuring with concern. It's Feng Lihong. I heard his family has connections with the Founders Association. Is he aiming for the Jingbai Z selection? Seems like he just needs a few more wins to lock in his spot. Wasn't Chu Ci supposed to be highly rated too? I heard something went wrong with her spirit pet. Okay, you and I both know this type. Feng Lihong hears the whispers and can't help but smile to himself. The Founders Association had just released the news last night, and now he had the perfect stepping stones to boost his win rate. It was like fate itself was helping him. It wasn't just the Jingbai Z selection. Even the disciple selection next month was now in the bag. He tells himself that the day he rises to the top isn't far off. Plus, he'd already heard that this little 10th grader Chu Ci was only contracting an ash armor bug. That means she doesn't even have a sliver of a chance. If she wants to blame someone, she should blame her poor family background for wasting her talent. Thinking this, he just scoffs. On her side, Chu Ci clutches the box tightly, telling herself that even with just this ash armor bug, she can't give up. After a moment of hesitation, she musters her courage and says, I'm ready. But before the words even fade, a voice calls out from behind her. Chu Ci turns around surprised. A female teacher struggling with a dog rushes over and pushes it into her arms, pleading, this is all I can do to help. This yellow spotted hound is at least elite level. You can't let your talent be wasted on an ash armor bug. But Chu Ci is too timid to accept it. Teacher, I. Just then, Lin Yuan leaps down from the stands, shouting, wait. Chu Ci looks up in shock. What? And just like that, the entire game changes. Lin Yuan lands and quickly stops the teacher. Thank you for your kindness, ma'am. I've brought Chu Ci's spirit pet. I'm glad I made it in time. He turns to his sister, his eyes firm. Xiao Ci, contract with this one. Trust me. As he speaks, he presses the spirit pet's container into her hands. The teacher, however, looks skeptical and asks, is this reliable? If not, she can still try this yellow spotted hound. It's a bit disobedient, but... Before she can finish, Feng Lihong bursts out laughing, full of scorn. Enough already. It doesn't matter what pet she uses. Whether it's an ash armor bug, a yellow spotted hound, or anything else, it won't beat the Strength King Beetle I've raised since I was a kid. The spirit beast he summons is the Strength King Beetle, a massive metallic rhinoceros beetle. And its stats? Name Strength King Beetle. Rank Bronze Tier 1. Type Elite. Skills Locked. The giant beetle focuses all its power into that massive horn ready for a suicide charge that ignores any damage it might take. This reckless attack gives it a 50% power boost, far greater than its exclusive trait Insect's Gaze. Its eyes can see through any bronze-tier spirit beast's camouflage. The teacher breaks into a cold sweat, thinking that's a Force King Beetle and a huge one at that. The girl's beast can't possibly win. Even Lin Yuan gets a little tense watching his sister's opponent. Already at the bronze tier, he thinks he's got some real strength. Chu Ci looks down at the box in her hands and whispers, "Brother, is this a bronze tier spirit confining box?" Her mind was racing with questions. How did our family get this much money? Did you sell the store? Lin Yuan steps forward and ruffles his sister's hair, speaking gently. Hey, don't overthink it. Just focus on what's in front of you. I believe in you, you got this. She smiles and nods obediently. Okay. Don't worry, brother, I'll be fine. With that, she opens the box, telling herself, I won't let your faith in me go to waste. Her mind instantly syncs with the box, beginning the contract ritual. A moment later, the Great Iron Bull is summoned. The crowd gasps in shock. What is that thing? Never seen anything like it. It looks like it's made of steel. It's a Great Iron Bull. Feng Lihang keeps his smug look, clicking his tongue. TSK, TSK, TSK. Not a bad entrance, I'll give you that. But here's the thing you and I both know about guys like this, they never shut up. I bet you have no idea how much real combat experience matters. What a waste of the Great Iron Bull your family probably went bankrupt to get. Chu Ci just glares back ice cold. We don't know who's won yet. A rock-horn Iron Rhino, the teacher yells, practically jumping with excitement. That's a bronze-tier Iron Rhino, and its primordial traits are almost perfectly awakened. It's an elite among bronze-tier defensive beasts. That horn alone is worth 700,000 Federation coins. Lin Yuan, standing beside her, just shakes his head with a wry smile. Ma'am, please don't measure its worth in just money. The teacher calms herself down, sighing, the occupational hazard of being a spirit analyst. Round 3. In this unbalanced fight, the two spirit beasts charge at each other. For a second, it looks like an even match, which only makes Feng Lihang even more arrogant. He sneers, so naive. Your Iron Bull is a defensive type. Why would you make it attack so recklessly? Now let me show you the real power of a full-offense spirit beast giant horn. At its master's command, the Force King Beetle sends the Great Iron Bull flying into the air. Chu Ci quickly extends her hand. Iron Rhino stabilize. Seeing the Great Iron Bull actually get back on its feet, Feng Lihang is a little surprised. Just a little short, huh? He thinks to himself she just formed the contract and already knows how to support her beast with spirit energy. This Chu Ci girl actually has some talent. The teacher watching from the sidelines is sweating bullets, sighing. Woo, lucky it wasn't knocked straight out of the ring. I know what you're thinking. That was way too reckless, letting a little taunt get to her. A total lack of battle experience. But only Lin Yuan understood. He knew. No, if his sister got familiar with the Iron Rhino's skills the moment she signed the contract. Then attacking first wasn't a mistake. It was a strategy to probe the enemy. In the arena, the Force King Beetle begins to fly circles around its opponent. The students in the crowd have no idea what's going on. What's it doing? The Great Iron Bull can't possibly keep upright. But just flying in circles is pointless. Hearing this, Feng Lihang scoffs internally. You idiots. When a high-offense spirit beast starts moving, what else could it be for? It's obviously looking for the perfect opening to land a fatal blow. With that in mind, he leisurely taunts her. Little girl, can you even imagine what you're up against? The moment he finishes speaking, the Force King Beetle shoots forward like an arrow, slamming into the Great Iron Bull. Dust explodes everywhere. Chu Ci cries out in worry, Iron Rhino. The people around her cover their faces, murmuring in concern. A crash like that. There's no way that Iron Bull. It's up against a pure attack type, known for its one-hit kill move in this school. The teacher sighs, getting anxious. The Iron Rhino is famously tough, and Chu Ci did her best to stabilize it with spirit energy, but even if it survived the first hit, it's just going to get tortured to death by the follow-up attacks. I knew it. She thinks letting a 10th grader fight a 12th grader is just unfair. Why can't the school see that? But while everyone else is panicking, Lin Yuan just smirks. And trust me, you know exactly what that smirk means. No problem at all, he thinks. After all, that skill was practically made for this exact situation. Just as he predicted from inside the cloud of dust, Chu Ci screams, "Now, Great Iron Bull, activate your exclusive trait, pain absorption." The audience stares at the bizarre scene totally confused. What? What was that? What just happened? The aura around the Iron-Horned Rhino just changed. Its wounds are healing. Is that its skill? The teacher's eyes lit up, absolutely stunned. Pain absorption. It can convert a portion of damage into life force when hit. That's an incredibly rare, exclusive skill. Lin Yuan couldn't be prouder. That's his boy. Even in his first real fight, he's controlling the field against a beast he's never seen before. But Feng Lihong was still not impressed, sneering, "Humph. Even if it has an iron hide, it's just a slightly tougher punching bag." The Power King Beetle continued its insane assault, but no matter how many times it struck, the Iron-Horned Rhino stood like an unmovable iron tower. People in the crowd were starting to get worried for the rhino. It's incredible, after all those hits its power hasn't dropped at all. But Chu Ci's Iron-Horned Rhino is just tanking all the damage. Even the teacher turned to Lin Yuan, getting anxious. Doesn't the rhino you picked have a single counterattack skill? Why is Chu Ci just taking hits without fighting back? Aren't you supposed to be her big brother? He just waved his hands with a strained smile. Don't worry, teacher. Didn't you say Chu Ci was a perfect match for a defensive-type spirit beast? I'm sure she's got a plan. On the other side of the field, Feng Lihang was losing his patience, roaring out an order. Power King Beetle, end this with one shot. Use Giant Horn Charge at maximum power. Instantly, the beetle turned into a massive spinning drill and shot forward. Now watch closely, this is the exact moment Chu Ci had been waiting for. She gives a sharp command, perfectly prepared. The Iron-Horned Rhino's rock horn strikes the ground, tearing it apart, leaving the spectators completely stunned, unable to believe their eyes. No way. Is she directly using the arena itself? Is that even allowed? Behind her, Lin Yuan clenched his fist in excitement, praising her silently. A brilliant improvisation. But Feng Lihong still wasn't taking it seriously, yelling that she only knew cheap tricks. The Power King Beetle smashed through the pile of earth and rocks, but Chu Ci wasn't backing down, skillfully maneuvering her beast. The Iron-Horned Rhino used its rock horn ability, and the two spirit beasts crashed into each other, creating a massive shockwave. Everyone was in disbelief. The Iron-Horned Rhino actually blocked it. How could they be evenly matched? Just a moment ago, the Power King Beetle had the clear advantage, but the teacher understood now, seizing the opportunity for a lesson. Students, the Power King Beetle's giant horn charge is a reckless all-out attack that disregards its own safety. It looks like it's just attacking the Iron-Horned Rhino's defense. But every single impact also deals a small amount of recoil damage back to the Power King Beetle itself. She continued. Plus, it's highly likely this beetle was specially raised according to Feng's personal preference, only pursuing maximum attack power and precision locking, completely ignoring the possibility of being blocked by a spirit beast of the same tier. The others finally got it. So that was the strategy. Lin Yuan grinned. This kind of high offense build is designed for quick, overwhelming victories. But yeah, you and I can see the problem. If it can't finish the opponent quickly, the Power King Beetle starts to buckle, its body beginning to tremble. The spectators erupted in cheers. Yes, look everyone, the Power King Beetle actually slipped. Looks like luck is on Chu Ci's side. The teacher immediately shot that down. That's not luck. Although they are both spirit beasts in a prolonged battle of strength, an insect type's body balance can't compare to the Iron-Horned Rhino's. Plus, the contractor's mental state directly affects the beast. This is all stuff you learned in class, students. Feng Lihong was starting to panic now. Sweat drenched his face as he ground his teeth. Damn it, a 10th grade brat. First, she contracts a bronze-tier spirit beast, and now she's using a defense type to block my strongest attack type. Why is the world so unfair to me? He decided to go for broke. If that's how it's gonna be, then I don't care anymore. This is a normal state in real combat, so don't blame me for this. And just like that, he screamed, Power King. Beetle, create some distance, then attack the girl directly. Immediately, the beetle leaped back, curled its body into a ball, and shot like a cannonball straight toward Chu Ci. The teacher gasped, shouting, That's against the rules. Lin Yuan's heart sank. This is bad. Get out of there, Chu Ci. But the young girl was still full of confidence. Her eyes narrowed as she gave her final order. Now, use Rockhorn on the ground again. The Iron-Horned Rhino instantly unleashed its skill. From deep underground, a stone pillar erupted, slamming right into the belly of the charging beetle. The giant bug crashed to the ground unconscious. The referee shouted, The Power King Beetle is down at the edge of the arena. The winner is clear. Feng Lihong's jaw dropped, his face a mask of pure disbelief. What? The teacher pointed toward Chu Ci, announcing loudly, "The winner is Chu Ci from the 10th grade, and let me tell you what a way to win." The crowd erupts in cheers. "Chu Ci is amazing. That was incredible. A win at last." The teacher claps Lin Yuan on the back, beaming with praise. "You see, she used rock horn multiple times to build up enough magma on the field, giving the final blast the power to flip that beetle lord. I knew you were a student with great potential. Incredibly smart." She turns to Lin Yuan, Chu Ci's older brother, surprised he was the one who got her such a powerful item. He leans away from her powerful pat with a weak smile. "Easy there, Teach. You've got a grip on you." Suddenly, Chu Ci rushes over, burying her face in his chest. "Brother," he freezes for a second, then pats her head. "I saw everything, kiddo. Congratulations." Her expression suddenly sours as she lightly punches his chest. "Brother, where did you get this kind of money? Did you sell our family's shop without money? What about your illness? Are you even thinking about your own health?" He ruffles her hair, reassuring her. "Of course not. Your brother is all better now and business is booming." She just stares back, her eyes wide with disbelief. "Hey Enchem, really?" Just then the teacher cuts in. "I hate to interrupt, but time is short, and I need to make something clear. Now, pay attention here, because this moment changes everything for our duo. Based on Chu Ci's talent, the school wants to recommend her for the Zijing Academy selection." He nods immediately. "You've mentioned this to me before." The teacher, worried he doesn't grasp the scale of it, explains further. "The Zijing Academy selection is the most basic regional qualifier. It's all for a shot at the Radiant 100 selection, the true top-tier national stage. Even as a 10th grader, Chu Ci's talent is more than enough to qualify her for the Zijing tryouts. The school's resources will be poured into her and she'll grow incredibly fast." He looks at his sister with a gentle gaze, then turns back to the teacher. "Thank you for taking care of Chu Ci. Don't worry, from now on, I'll do everything I can to support her with spiritual pets and resources." The teacher nods, satisfied. "Cultivating good prospects is what I'm here for. Chu Ci, you don't have class this afternoon. You can give your brother a tour of the school." Lin Yuan glances at the dog beside the teacher, asking quietly, "Miss, about that yellow-spotted hound?" She just laughs, explaining, "Oh, he's fine. He's my own." Chapter 4. A warm evening and a shopping trip. That night on their way home, Lin Yuan says it again. "Didn't I tell you I can sense spirit chi now? What more proof do you need?" "You don't trust your big brother." Chu Ci still isn't convinced, mumbling, "I need to see it with my own eyes to be sure. Besides that, Iron-Horned Rhino was crazy expensive, right?" Defeated, he pulls out his phone. "Fine, see for yourself." Looking at the balance, Chu Ci's eyes go wide. "So many zeros. Did you really earn all of this?" He tells her the whole truth. After his spirit chi recovered, he awakened a bit of a creator's talent. "I've been using it to take commissions and earn money. So you just focus on your studies and the selection. Get a good rank, and stop worrying about helping the family. Your brother is about to enter a creator's competition himself." Chu Ci is overjoyed. "Really? That's amazing." The two continue on their way, chatting happily. Lin Yuan suggests excitedly, "We have to celebrate. Let's get something good to eat. How about hot pot? I'll order anything you want." Time passes. Lin Yuan, riding back on the black-winged griffin, starts planning. "Little C is on the right track with her studies now. I have to work even harder. After all, my competition isn't going to be a walk in the park. First, I need to buy all the beginner books for spiritual beast researchers and spiritual material analysts. That's a lot of books. I guess I can get Smarty to help me with that." Then his thoughts turn to the match. During today's battle, even though the reflect damage mechanic gave Chu Ci the opening, her spirit chi control was incredibly stable. That was the real foundation of her victory. Meanwhile, my own spirit chi level isn't even high enough to be called a true professionals. And trust me, what he's thinking about next shows the insane grind he's up against. To level up Mobius, the exclusive spirit lock trait is way too demanding. Do I really have to start from a common grade level 1? Suddenly, the black-winged griffon shoots into the sky before taking a sharp dive. Startled back to reality, he yells, "What was that for? Why the sudden burst of speed?" The driver turns back. "Well, I was late when I dropped you off earlier. If I don't show you the true top speed of a standard griffon, I'll get a bad review, won't I?" He's speechless, but I still have things I need to buy. The driver just shrugs it off. "It's all the same. Order it on the Star Web. Ostrich Logistics can get it to you same day." A moment later, the bird lands so tired its tongue is hanging out. Lin Yuan asks nervously, "Is your bird okay?" The pilot gives a confident thumbs up. "Don't worry, he's fine. Well, the trip's over, and the stuff you wanted has been delivered. Please leave a good review. He forces a smile, sweating buckets. Definitely will. What a workout. He turns back to the mountain of boxes, amazed. So fast. In this day and age, ordering online is king. I have to build an online shop. Soon I might not even need the spirit beast market, and that'll be way safer for me. He calls out for his cat. Yin Yin, I'm home. The moment it sees him, the bird zips over to interrogate him. What took you so long? Smarty is tearing up too, its voice filled with betrayal. We missed you like crazy. But just as it's about to leap into his arms, it slams on the brakes, letting Yin Yin get all the affection. It turns away, arms crossed in a total sulk. Nope, don't care. I'm angry now. Yin Yin tries to reason with its friend. Smarty, don't be mad. We had a nice long flight today, remember? Lin Yuan reaches out to pet the grumpy cat. Okay, I promise I'll take you with me next time. But Smarty just swats his hand away with total sass. I have the right to be mad for 2 whole days. Not even braised pork can fix this. He smirks to himself. Such a child. Good thing he came prepared. Pop, the sound of a can opening echoes. A wicked grin spreads across Lin Yuan's face. Smarty, this is a special apology gift I ordered just for you. The amazing smell from the can is just too much for Smarty. Meow, how am I supposed to resist something that smells this good? Let me be clear. I'm not mad. I'm just shortening the duration of my anger. Lin Yuan can only shake his head at the cat's logic. Yeah, I get it. If you like it, I'll buy it for you every day. Seeing this, Yin Yin demands its share. Where's mine? What about me? Lin Yuan immediately brings out a potted plant. Ta-da! An elite-grade green vine exclusively for Yin Yin. From now on, this pot is your personal snack bar. The bird gives him a totally judgmental look. Squawk. Oh, real nice since you gave me nothing yesterday. Suddenly, Smarty turns its head and asks, Hey Lin Yuan, aren't you eating? He hefts a crate and turns away. You guys eat first, I have to sort all this inventory. A while later, Smarty hops onto his shoulder. This is so much. Lin Yuan is also breathing hard, completely exhausted. He truly didn't expect this big of a delivery. All of a sudden, Yin Yin lands on a pot and calls out. Lin Yuan, I think one of these plants is different. He looks over, completely stunned. Huh. Where he goes over to look. Picking up the info card, his eyes go wide. Buy 100 green vines, get 1 lily of the same grade for free. They were running a promotion like that. Wait a second. A lily, you and I both know that name should be ringing a bell. The perfect spirit beast for him is a healing type, a support type, a plant type. It all clicks into place. Lin Yuan joyfully lifts the pot, cheering. This is it. A plant-type healing spirit beast. It has a healing skill even at common grade. He turns to his pets. Smarty, you and Yin Yin stay downstairs for now. Take good care of these green vines for me. Heading upstairs, he cracks his knuckles in excitement. All right, let's give this a shot. He activates his exclusive skill, Spirit Infusion, drawing spiritual energy from his body. He's a bit tense, he hasn't rested in a while, so his mental strength isn't at its peak. But he shoves that worry aside. No turning back now. The bow is drawn, the arrow must fly. It's time to form the contract. Spirit infusion complete. He looks down at the bracelet on his wrist and smiles, totally satisfied. Perfect. Unlike before, his mental power isn't drained one bit. As long as he keeps feeding it spirit energy, he can chain level it up. An hour later, a status window appears. Lily. Grade 1 Elite. Quality Elite. Skill Healing restores physical wounds. Lin Yuan wipes the sweat from his forehead and lets out a sigh of relief. Phew. The upgrade is done. Okay then, Mobius. Just as he thinks it, the bracelet's information panel updates right before his eyes. System name Mobius. Spirit beast name Mobius. Type unknown. Grade 1 Elite. System spatial and mystic. Quality Elite. Skill 1 True Data, which digitizes complex information the naked eye can't resolve. This digitized data can reveal truths hidden just beneath the surface. Skill 2 Mind Calming, a passive that gets stronger as the contracted spirit beast's grade increases. It stabilizes the user's mind, and even has a chance to grant immunity to negative status effects. Exclusive. Trait Spirit Infusion. The Mobius space is capable of nurturing spirit beasts. The initial grade of a creature nurtured inside Mobius cannot be higher than Mobius's own grade. Mobius itself can't be leveled up directly. Its grade increases when the spirit beast inside it levels up. It also copies the initial skill of that beast. But Mobius itself will not gain any additional skills when it ranks up. For every major grade Mobius advances, it can nurture one additional spirit beast. You and I just witnessed him unlock a god-tier power. As soon as he levels up, you and I watch his consciousness get pulled right into a new dimension. Looking at the lilies beneath his feet, he marvels, is this Mobius's spirit lock space? It looks twice as big as last time. Then an ethereal voice echoes from behind. Lin Yuan, can you hear me? He smiles, slowly turning to reply. Loud and clear. Sorry to keep you waiting. A look of pure relief spreads across Lin Yuan's face. So you can finally talk now. The voice of Mobius rings out in his mind, steady and clear. Reaching the elite tier was all it took. Lin Yuan scans the entire landscape before asking his question. So this whole space is your special ability. The bracelet hums, sending him a wave of confirmation. Yes, this is my spirit lock space. And as my contractor, you can alter it any way you wish. When he hears he can store and nurture spirit creatures here, Lin Yuan's curiosity is sparked, and he points toward the still lake. Does this lake do anything? I can't feel any spirit energy. But Mobius's calm explanation shatters his high hopes. It has absolutely no spirit energy, it's just ordinary water. Hearing this, Lin Yuan scratches his head, looking a little let down. So in here. But before he can even finish his sentence, it cuts in. There is beckoning water. Lin Yuan glances at the Mobius bracelet, totally impressed. You've really got a personality. He then casually picks up an energy stone and tosses it into the water. Watching the stone slowly radiate a faint spirit aura through the lake, Lin Yuan nods, completely satisfied. Just as he thought. Even a low-quality energy stone, the kind usually used for flower pots, can still release spirit energy. Mobius continued with a more detailed explanation. Outside spirit energy just evaporates, so you never get 100% efficiency. But in here, and trust me, this part is a game changer, absolutely nothing escapes. If he puts better energy stones inside, the spirit energy will eventually become incredibly dense. Lin Yuan's eyes absolutely light up, his voice filled with excitement. So if I enhance spirit creatures in here, won't the whole process be way faster? Sensing its master's pure joy, the artifact itself seems to be smiling. Yes, and as you advance, the time you can use it will get longer. But suddenly his expression turns serious, his tone deep with thought. But all of this is going to require a massive amount of Federation dollars. Even the worst quality energy stones aren't cheap, let alone the high-grade ones. Making money is priority number one right now. Noticing the unusual silence from his partner, he calls out anxiously, "Little O, what's wrong?" As Mobius slowly reverts back into its old bracelet form, it manages to send one last reassuring thought to Lin Yuan. I'm fine. I can only maintain this clear communication for half an hour each day. My time is just up, that's all. Lin Yuan, I was the first spirit creature to ever make a contract with you. Its voice grows faint, tinged with regret. I'm so sorry for sensing your spirit energy and mental power 10 years ago. And let that sink in, because Lin Yuan just looks down with nothing but kindness in his eyes. It's okay. These past 10 years, they helped me figure out a lot of things. He clenches his fist, a new resolve forming in his mind. Besides, I have hope again now, and the road ahead is a long one. Lin Yuan stretches and cracks, his knuckles, a steely determination flashing in his eyes, as if his war against fate has only just begun. However, for the Lin Yuan of this moment, the overwhelming urge to sleep was a much bigger, more immediate battle. Day after day, he works relentlessly. After draining the last of his spirit energy into the final plants, Lin Yuan lets out a heavy, exhausted sigh. It's already so late. Genius and Chimey fell asleep a long time ago, with Genius even mumbling something in its sleep. Gathering spirit ingredients. Lin Yuan just smiles, gently pulling the blanket over his two tiny spirit creatures. He quietly tiptoes into another room, flicks on the light, and begins transferring his energy into the waiting web-spraying spiders. When the job is done, Lin Yuan breathes a sigh of relief, wiping the sweat from his forehead. It was worth it. All that training and leveling up really paid off. These two web-spraying spiders were finally going to be saved. 7 days later, a very nervous Yang Mingkai arrives at Lin Yuan's house with his spirit beast. Standing outside, he clasps his hands and mutters a prayer. Heavens above, please help. My family has 3 generations of good fortune. Please let this one gamble turn my life around. Yang Mingkai hesitates at the door, thinking to himself. Realistically, producing 100 elite-grade Azure Cloud Pothos in such a short time is an impossible task. How could I be lucky enough to find a spirit shop that's actually backed by a real deal creator? What if? The completely empty space inside the shop leaves him stunned and utterly heartbroken. Hearing the noise, Lin Yuan pops his head out from a back room with a cheerful greeting. Mr. Yang, I had a feeling you'd be here. Yang Mingkai forces a laugh, trying his best to hide his anxiety. And you and I both know why the kid agreed instantly, but the task itself seems impossible. Hey, I'm in a real rush for these. Lin Yuan playfully nudged him, giving a little wink. I know, just go take a look for yourself. Yang Mingkai silently prayed to the heavens even 30 pots would be a miracle, giving him a fighting chance to train his spirit pets. But when he saw the room stacked high with pots brimming with spirit energy, Yang Mingkai froze. You and I are about to see his jaw hit the floor. Lin Yuan pointed at the massive pile. You said you needed another 76 pots. Right. Just pick them out from these 100. Yang Mingkai's eyes practically lit up like car headlights. You literally just saved my life. He grabbed Lin Yuan's hands, shaking them so hard he got dizzy. No, it's not that big a deal. He forced a smile, trying to pull his hand away. You're too kind, Mr. Yang. It's not that dramatic, is it? Still buzzing with excitement, Yang Mingkai puffed out his chest. Kid, name your price. I won't haggle one bit. Lin Yuan answered honestly, then the original price is just fine. Yang Mingkai was so moved he was about to burst into tears. He felt like he'd just met his destined savior. If Lin Yuan agreed, he'd make him a sworn brother on the spot. But then he hesitated. Why would someone from the noble founder's house ever look twice at someone like him? Way out of my league. Lin Yuan noticed him turn away silently and tilted his head confused. Mr. Yang, startled, he quickly grabbed Lin Yuan's shoulders, declaring with absolute certainty, done. I'll buy them all at the original price. Lin Yuan just nodded along. Okay. He couldn't help but wonder why was Mr. Yang being so over the top today. As they loaded the pots, Yang Mingkai turned back. Kid, I'm off to revive my training center. You absolutely have to come visit. He gave a meaningful wink. If I get anything good, I'll save it for you first. Lin Yuan gave a quick nod and a wave. Definitely. Take care. Lin Yuan watched him leave, a small smile playing on his lips. He's that happy, huh? Seems like being a founder is a pretty good gig. He turned back, looking at the now empty shop. It's been a while since it was this bare. Time to restock. Suddenly remembering something, Lin Yuan called out, Tong Ming, I told you to learn how to register on the StarNet. How's that going? And right on cue, a panicked cry echoed from inside. Lin Yuan, this is bad. Hearing the desperate shout, he rushed in with a worried look. And trust me, this is where things get weird. What's wrong? A system panel immediately popped up over Tong Ming's head. Spirit Pet B, E Wen Beast. Species Cat Chipperoos. Level 1 Elite. System Mental. Quality Elite. Skill Perfect Memory. It can recall every single tiny detail with absolute precision. And knowledge analysis, allowing it to process information from multiple sources. The little cat was looking at his own body, crying his eyes out. I've gotten fat. I can't eat cookies anymore. Lin Yuan was stunned for a moment, then burst out laughing. It's just his fur getting fluffier, isn't it? He walked over and scooped Tong Ming up gently, comforting him. Tong Ming, you've leveled up. You're an elite now. The cat stopped crying, his big round eyes widening in joy. Really? Lin Yuan clicked his tongue, teasing him. Don't you feel any smarter? Tong Ming immediately started rolling on the floor, replying in his typical arrogant tone. Of course, but I think that's just because I'm naturally gifted. He held up a paw to demonstrate. If before I could remember one cookie, now I can remember 5 cookies just like this. Lin Yuan smirked, thinking to himself. Looks like his favorite food has officially changed from braised pork to cookies. He patted his head. Well, that's great. I'll be counting on your help with a lot of things from now on. Tong Ming puffed out his chest confidently. Leave it to me. Lin Yuan then glanced around the empty room and asked, by the way, where's Yin Yin? The moment he finished, Yin Yin's terrified shriek echoed through the house. Oh no. Lin Yuan looked at Tong Ming with a completely helpless expression. What now? Yin Yin was flapping her wings, flying frantically around the room. I think I shrank. Am I sick? Tong Ming glanced at Lin Yuan for backup, then tried to calm his friend down. No, you just leveled up. Right, Lin Yuan? He stroked his chin, putting on a serious face as he observed her. Let's see. Lin Yuan looked up at the system stats for the little bird. Spirit Pet Yin Bird. Species Blue Sparrow Kingfisher Branch. Level 2 Elite. System Sound Air. Quality elite. Skill sound thorn fires a thorn made of sound at a target. Turbulence flaps its wings to create a rapid, irregular burst of air. He patiently explained it to her. Yin, it seems, both of your new skills are for combat. But her singing voice is practically a force of nature now, and she even gained an air element. So what do you and I make of this unexpected battle bard build? Alright, check this out. Clever excitedly pulls out a piece of wood to show off a new skill. We actually snuck in a test before. Lin Yuan takes the board, staring at the deep gouge. This was made by Yin's sting. Yin nods her head, confirming it instantly. That's right, while you were out, we were messing around, and Clever insisted we had to try again just to see if the power level went up. Lin Yuan nods in agreement. Alright, Yin's 21st test of Yin's sting begins now. Seeing how close he is, Lin Yuan shouts a warning. Clever, you're standing way too close to the target. That's dangerous. The cat just grins, totally fearless. It's fine, Yin has perfect aim. Before Clever can even finish the command, Yin fires off 3 shots. Bam, 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 hitting the wooden board perfectly and scaring the cat speechless. Okay, that was way too close. Lin Yuan just pats Clever's head with a smile. Alright, let's test out the turbulence skill next. Yin focuses her spirit energy, flapping her wings, to create a vortex that instantly shatters the wooden board to pieces. Turbulence. Lin Yuan's eyes go wide, stunned by that insane destructive power. This kind of power isn't from some normal level up. Yin is a pure combat-type spirit pet. Just then, a delivery guy calls out from the front door. Boss, the items you ordered are at the door. Please sign for them. Lin Yuan quickly calls back. Got it, Clever. Still buzzing, whispers Lin Yuan. Let's test Yin's skills again. I bet she could even shoot through a book this time. He immediately shuts that idea down. No way. We've seen it enough times and Yin is exhausted. The cat pouts, a little jealous. But my skills aren't as cool as Yin's. Lin Yuan sighs and gently explains, let Yin rest. You're 100 questions beast, a totally different type. Besides, I'm going to need your help in a minute. Clever's eyes light up like headlights. Really? What's the mission? And here's where we get a little surprise. The giant hairy web-spinning spiders make him break out in a cold sweat as he stumbles backward. Don't you dare bite me. Seeing the cat's cowardice, Lin Yuan laughs. Seems like being afraid of spiders is an instinct for a lot of spirit pets. Okay, I'm just teasing. Later, I need you to record the data for all the spirit pets in the store. From now on, you're helping me with all the document-related stuff. He then starts channeling his own spiritual energy into the web-spinning spiders. They greedily absorb every last drop, and their bodies begin to transform. Clever immediately spots the change, pointing at Lin Yuan. They're glowing with different lights. He nods, his focus intense. They're about to evolve. The web-spinning spiders tilt their heads back and start shooting out silk. They use the thick threads to wrap themselves into giant cocoons. And you and I are seeing this, right? Both of them are evolving at the same time. Since when were you this amazing? Lin Yuan replies calmly, still channeling his energy. It's just like that Iron-Horned Rhino from before. They were already on the verge of evolution. Unfortunately, they were badly injured. Once I replenished their life force, evolution was the natural next step. 2 hours pass. The 2 web-spinning spiders break out of their cocoons. One followed the atavism evolution path, gaining the exclusive trait, virulent poison, making its body and silk extremely toxic. The other took the spiritual mutation evolution path, its exclusive trait being sticky spider silk. Its silk stickiness has been enhanced, giving it much stronger control. And you and I are now looking at 2 totally different evolution paths from the same creature. Lin Yuan smiles, satisfied with the results. I didn't expect Mr. Yang to lay such a good foundation for them. Clever tilts his head, asking what's next. So we're selling them. I've already registered the store on the Star Web. Lin Yuan says, heading up the stairs and giving a signal. Really, let's go check it out. Seeing the words, please enter store name on the screen, he immediately frowns. Why do I have to enter a name? The cat just shrugs, explaining like a pro. They left that part open specifically so you could feel like you're part of the process. Lin Yuan walks to the keyboard, quickly typing in a name for the shop. Buying from this spirit pet store is a gain, and his username. Old Lin from the deep mountains. Clever stares at the name on the screen and lets out an exasperated sigh. The store I worked so hard to register, and you give it such a corny name. Lin Yuan casually explains his philosophy. A gain when you buy, not a scam when you buy. It's simple, easy to understand, smooth, and memorable. I think it's great. The cat just lets out a huge sigh, finally finishing the setup after ages. Is the Star Web terminal set up yet? We still have to test the Star Web card. He pets Clever, who's all puffed up with annoyance. Don't rush, almost there. After we scan this, we'll be all set. The moment Lin Yuan scans the card, a holographic space materializes around him, and his smart companion is instantly thrilled. Now that's a cool effect. The system begins scanning everything in the room, from the potted plants to the web-spinning creepers, leaving the little guy totally confused. You have to scan the web spinners, Lin Yuan says, cryptically pointing to 2 empty cocoons. These 2 are the real prize here. Then he playfully covers his companion's eyes. And where do you think you're going? Gotcha. Suddenly, the space around them warps and shifts, leaving his companion completely stunned. Whoa, where are we? Lin Yuan just grins, absolutely loving this. He spreads his arms wide and announces, "This is our storefront on the Star Web. Did you really think all that paperwork was for some basic online shop?" His companion can't stop marveling, running all over the place. "This place is huge. It's like double the size of our house." Lin Yuan just nods in agreement. Of course it is. Even though the Star Web is made of data, it's all based on real things, just projected here as a simulation. The little creature looks around the completely barren room and asks a very practical question. So, why didn't any of our decorations get ported over with us? Lin Yuan scratches his cheek, looking a little embarrassed. About that, getting decorations on the Star Web costs extra money. His companion lets out a massive sigh. Well, that's a depressingly realistic reason. He glances at the system panel, nodding like he gets it now. Right, that's how it works. Okay, we can upload the menu later. For now, how about we go check out the Star Web's community hub? With a single tap, the world around them dissolves into a brand new scene. Hey, don't run off, Lin Yuan shouts as his companion immediately starts exploring. But it's too late. His furry friend has already locked its eyes on a fat cow grazing by the road, seeing at least 80 delicious meals right there. Spotting a nearby furniture store, he waves Lin Yuan over. Hey, Lin Yuan, check this out over here. Lin Yuan strokes his chin, thinking it over. A furniture store. Not a bad idea. We could see about getting some stuff for the shop. The second they step inside, a service robot zips over to greet them. Welcome. How may I assist you with your furniture needs today? His companion's eyes go wide with excitement. Whoa, the big metal guy is talking. Lin Yuan patiently explains things to his clueless little buddy. That's an AI robot. I'm looking for 2 flower stands and a counter that's 1.5 meters high. The robot replies in its monotone voice, certainly. Please follow me, before leading them to a display of some very basic-looking shelves. But when Lin Yuan sees the price tag, his jaw hits the floor. And here's where we see just how brutal virtual reality prices can be. Yeah, maybe we don't need this right now. Even with real money, this is robbery. His companion seems to agree, muttering, if I just used 2/10 of my power, I could probably make these myself. Lin Yuan, defeated, asks for the cheapest thing they have. Excuse me, do you have any chairs? Just the cheapest model you've got. The robot immediately points them in another direction. Yes, this way, please. He's thinking, hey, at the very least we should get a chair, right? Give customers a place to sit and rest. But even the simple little stool in front of them comes with a heart-stopping price tag of 15,000 Federation coins. His companion gets angry and tries to haggle with the robot. 1,000 Federation coins. Take it or leave it, we're not buying otherwise. The robot replies with cold mechanical logic. I'm sorry, that action is beyond the scope of my authority. The little guy climbs onto Lin Yuan's shoulder and sighs. So haggling doesn't work, huh? Lin Yuan finally gives up on the insane prices. Let it go, it's a robot, not its fault. Come on, let's go check out the bookstore instead. His companion tilts his head, confused. A bookstore, what for? Lin Yuan answers with total conviction. Now, pay attention, because this is where the real plan begins. I told you I was going to take the creator exam, right? Obviously, we're here to buy textbooks. Looking around the endless library, Lin Yuan is completely overwhelmed. There are so many. It's all on you. His super smart companion gets to work listing off every book they'll need. What are spirit ingredients? How to analyze spirit ingredients. Appraising rare spirit ingredients. Basic spirit ingredient illustrations. Intermediate illustrations. The secret to observing spiritual beings. Building the knowledge system of a novice scholar. The bookstore robot quickly confirms the order. Per your request, a total of 327 books, with a complimentary index volume. Would you like this package? Lin Yuan holds out his payment card. Yes, please pack it all onto a knowledge chip and send it to this address. The robot bows respectfully. Of course. Please sign the confidentiality agreement promising not to share this with anyone outside your immediate family, or the Creators Association will hold you responsible for any information leaks. Lin Yuan nods, then starts checking his own system panel again. A huge grin spreads across his face as he dusts off his hands. All right, job's done. Time to head back. You know these AI robots are really useful. We should think about buying one to manage the shop. And in a flash, they're teleported right back to the real world. All right, let's jump right in because an unexpected guest is about to appear out of thin air. The moment the young woman sees them teleport in, she asks, teleporting inside a store. Are you the owner? Before Lin Yuan can even get a word out, she's already complaining with a pout. Seriously, your shop doesn't even have an AI assistant. I've just been standing here like an idiot with no clue when you'd be back. Lin Yuan puts on a gentle smile, trying to be as polite as humanly possible. My apologies, this little shop just opened today. We haven't had time to set up an AI yet. He's thinking to himself, she looks like a student, so where does all this attitude come from? The girl doesn't like to beat around the bush and gets straight to it. So uncle, how much for these 2 spiders? Lin Yuan is stunned, pointing to his own nose in total disbelief. Uncle. The girl doesn't even seem to notice his confusion, sticking with the new title. Uncle, give me the details on these 2 spiders and the price. But don't make it too high. Your store is called Buy Without Regret, right? At his side, Kong Min absolutely loses it, rolling on the floor, laughing at what she called his master. Uncle Lin Yuan swallows his wounded pride, forces a smile, and starts the sales pitch. This smaller funnel web with the long legs has awakened the exclusive trait Sticky Silk. Hearing this, her eyes go wide with surprise. What? So it's not poisonous? Lin Yuan patiently starts to explain. If you want venom, this larger green glowing funnel web has the exclusive trait Deadly Venom. While waving his arms around explaining, he accidentally bumps into her, knocking her flat on the ground. And here's where it gets wild. The fall knocks her bee hat clean off, revealing a completely bald, shiny head. She just rubs it and complains. Uncle, why's your floor so hard? Lin Yuan just stares, completely frozen. No hair, super shiny. It looks exactly like a soy marinated egg. He screams at himself internally. Don't say it. Do not make a joke. I'm a professionally trained shop owner. I have professional ethics. Hold it in. Just hold it in. But while he's using every ounce of his willpower, Kong Min, on the side, just blurts out what they were both thinking. A soy-marinated egg. The girl finally realizes her hat is gone. Frantically covers her head and lets out an embarrassed scream. Seeing this, Lin Yuan immediately starts bowing with a look of sincere regret. I'm so sorry, my 100 questions beast was out of line. Kong Min apologized now. Kong Min knows he messed up and his ears droop instantly. Sorry, I spoke without thinking. The girl clears her throat, trying to break the awkward silence, and then begins to explain. Okay, let's pause here because her explanation is not what you'd expect. First off, this is a side effect from being bitten by a ghost shadow hair-loving beast. It'll grow back in a few months. I wasn't born this way, and it's definitely not a soy-marinated egg. Lin Yuan hears that name and his brow furrows in thought. He's sure he's heard of a ghost shadow hair-loving beast somewhere, but he can't place it. Kong Min just mutters. Still looks a lot like one, though. Moving past all that nonsense, Lin Yuan gets her back to the main topic of business. So, I take it you're a big fan of spider-type spirit beasts. The second he asks, she reacts fiercely, her whole body trembling with rage. A fan? She screams through gritted teeth. Absolutely not. I hate spider-type beasts more than anything. Who in their right mind would actually like those giant hairy bugs? A surprised Lin Yuan quickly asks back. Then why are you looking for one and getting close to dangerous things like that ghost shadow beast? Her voice drops as she replies sadly. Because my spiritual affinity is with spider-type beasts. And suddenly it all clicks for Lin Yuan. So that's it. That kind of twisted fate actually exists in this world. The person who hates spiders the most can only form a pact with one. But from another angle, the spider class is an incredibly diverse system of spirit beasts. That means this girl's potential for growth is massive, and the fact she survived a ghost shadow beast and got treatment proves her background is anything but ordinary. This girl is a walking, talking gold mine. He thinks to himself, if I were her, I'd probably just suggest finding a nice hole to go lie down in. I really would. Feeling disappointed that she hasn't found anything she likes, she waves a hand and turns to leave. Nope. Nothing. I need here. Lin Yuan scrambles after his potential customer. Wait. Neither of them will do. For combat control and venom are super popular right now, and they both have exclusive traits. She just shakes her head and scoffs, completely unimpressed. And trust me, you're gonna want to see if he can actually turn this sale around. Nope, these won't do. Alright, you're about to meet one of the pickiest clients ever. She says these spit web spiders are way too weak, demanding one with powerful control skills. Lin Yuan just sighs. This is going to be impossible. Are you calling these weak? She snaps, pointing right at him, completely furious and not backing down. It's not about strength. I'm looking for a very specific spit web spider, one with the transparent razor web exclusive skill. I'm even willing to custom order a few epic quality elite grade ones if that's what it takes. Lin Yuan tries to hide his shock. He thinks to himself, okay, so she's got money and attitude. Transparent razor web is an incredibly rare skill. Even with custom orders, you could go through dozens without finding it if you're not lucky. But wait a second. With his own special ability Mobius, he might actually be able to pull this off. So he makes his move, and you can just feel the confidence shift. If you want custom epic grade spit web spiders, I have a method. How many do you need? She narrows her eyes, skeptical and annoyed. Hey, mister. You think I look naive and easy to trick or something? Or what, you think I'll just trust you because you're a little handsome? Lin Yuan grits his teeth. Who's trying to trick you? He screams internally. This girl is unbelievable. Wait. Did she just call me handsome? Okay, I'm taking this job. Not because she's a smooth talker, but because I can't just watch a sick girl struggle like this. I'm just too nice, he thinks. Then he waves a dismissive hand and turns to walk away. Fine. Suit yourself. Maybe if you keep looking around the store, you'll find what you're looking for. She freezes on the spot, completely stunned by Lin Yuan's firm take it or leave it attitude. Seeing this, genius sticks out its tongue. Let's go, let's go. Seeing the owner isn't budging, she panics and runs to grab his sleeve. Wait. He turns back, frowning. Isn't it you who doesn't trust me? He asks. She hesitates, her tone much softer now. You really do have a way. Lin Yuan just shrugs, laying the pressure on thick. If you don't trust me, then there's no way. Her attitude softens completely, becoming almost pleading. How about this? Let's add each other as friends on StarWeb first. If you can actually customize the Fae, just message me, and I'll come buy it. A sly grin creeps across Lin Yuan's face. He knows this move, and let's be real, so do we. The classic, pretend to walk away to get what you want tactic. He's dealt with this type of customer countless times. On the outside, though, he stays perfectly calm and collected. No need for that. If you want to buy, just show up. But she immediately starts acting cute, giving him a wink. Oh, come on, mister, don't be mad. I just saw your shop has 0 decorations and got worried it was a scam, that's all. Please add me. If you can really do it, I promise I won't even haggle on the price. Finally, her relentless pleading wears him down, and he gives in. Okay, just stop with the winking. We'll add each other. They both take out their Star Web cards, tapping them together to exchange contact info. She sees his username pop up and can't help but giggle. Deep Mountain Old Lin. What a ridiculous name. Looking at hers. Yunjiang Shi stream in the clouds. Lin Yuan smirks and decides to mess with her a little. Sha Diao. Isn't that a type of fish that lives in mountain streams? You know, like an idiot fish. She instantly catches the double, meaning the slang for idiot, and blows up. What did you just call me, an idiot? He immediately plays innocent. No way, I said the fish from the stream in the clouds. She's not buying it, her face turning bright red. No, I heard you. You totally called me an idiot. Lin Yuan quickly switches tactics, putting on the air of an offended professional. Hey, I'm the one who's supposed to be customizing your Fae, but she fires right back. Cut the act. I'm the important customer who's paying you. A second later, a notification dings on Lin Yuan's phone. You have received 10 Radiance dollars. With her hands on her hips, she smirks. There. It's paid. I'll be waiting for some good news. He grinds his teeth as she walks away. And what do we think? This girl is definitely rich and unbelievably bossy. 2 Radiance dollars for each custom spider. And she paid the full deposit for all 5 without even blinking an eye. Genius leaps onto Lin Yuan's head, its eyes sparkling. That's so much money. Does this mean we're never going to be broke again? Yin Yin's always wanted a new record player and speakers. But Lin Yuan just shakes his head. Not so fast. This is the customer's full deposit. We can't actually touch the money until we deliver what she ordered. Until then, it's held in escrow by StarWeb. Still, Big Bro Yang gave us the rest of that money this morning, so we've got a decent amount of capital to work with. He starts calculating the base cost for the spit web spiders. Let's see the shop's savings. It went from 3.4 radiance dollars down to just 2.4. Realizing the cost, Lin Yuan suddenly yells out in shock. 1 radiance dollar just for the 5 elite grade spiders. Genius is stunned, its jaw dropping. Why did a third of our money just disappear? He sighs, completely defeated. The $3.3 Big Bro Yang gave us didn't even have time to warm my pocket. And if we go the normal route for evolving them, who knows how much more we'll have to spend on materials. No wonder Soy Sauce Egg was so willing to throw down 10 whole radiant coins. But Smarty, sitting on the side, isn't feeling so great. Spending like this, can our little star web shop actually make a profit? Lin Yuan thinks for a moment before trying to calm him down. We have an AI robot in the shop now, so we don't have to worry as much. But yeah, we really do need to save. To expand the storefront, who knows how much more cash we'll have to burn through. Hearing this, Smarty perks up a little. Really, no one came in before we left, and that old robot of yours just looks kinda dumb. Lin Yuan's pride flares up at the insult. Hey, look on the bright side. If we nail this order for Soy Sauce Egg, we'll have a huge chunk of capital for the future. Smarty sighs, heading up the stairs. Alright, I'm gonna go find Yin Yin. Lin Yuan, brimming with confidence, waves from below. Don't worry, I'll be making money again in no time. Okay, go on. Once he's alone, Lin Yuan calls out in his mind. Little O, are you still there? It's about your next ethereal grade spirit creature. Mobius slowly materializes within its own created dimension, its voice echoing in his head. This isn't good, Lin Yuan. We have to be more frugal. With our limited funds, we need strict control over spending. A smirk plays on Lin Yuan's lips, his eyes filled with determination. Money is important, of course, but raising my own strength is how I'll earn more and faster. Right, little O? About your next ethereal grade spirit creature. I've thought about it for days, but in the end I have to ask for your opinion, Mobius says, nodding for him to continue. Lin Yuan's voice suddenly drops dead serious as he says 2 words, spirit-absorbing goldfish. A little later, as Lin Yuan strolls through the virtual streets of Star Web, he thinks back on that conversation. Turns out little O was pretty easygoing about it. Mobius had given him a few warnings beforehand. A spirit-absorbing goldfish is fine. As long as you have no problem awakening it, I have no objections. But you should know, because of its unique traits, it requires 10 times the amount of spirit chi to evolve compared to other creatures of the same grade. Lin Yuan remembers how calmly he had replied at the time. No problem. I can't be 100% sure, but I can feel that when my spiritual power is weak, you're forced to compress your own to protect me. So, finding a way for you to recover quickly is naturally my responsibility. Seeing the unshakable resolve in his eyes, Mobius had felt reassured. Then I'm counting on you. Back in the present, he quickly pulls up his system interface. First, let's test out the Star Web search function. The moment he taps search, the world around him changes in a dizzying flash. It's no longer a normal street. Everything is covered in a brilliant, hazy glow, and schools of spirit fish swim gracefully through the air. Lin Yuan can't help but marvel at the sight. This is insane. And get this, with a simple search, the system basically creates an entire street of shops selling exactly what you're looking for. But most of these are just common grade. It'd be great if I could find an elite grade one. With that thought, he looks back at the interface to narrow his search, selecting only the highest tier storefronts. Will this work? Following the prompt, he's instantly transported in front of a grand, imposing shop. Whoa, this place is massive. Lin Yuan steps inside without a second thought. Each item is displayed on its own individual pillar. He scans the space, guessing it's at least 800 square meters. It feels like the owner intentionally compressed the area for a better layout. The products are arranged close together, each with its own special introduction interface, a design definitely worth studying. Suddenly, a soft, clear voice sounds out beside him. Can I help you with something? Let me know what you're looking for and I'll show you the way. The staff took the day off, so please forgive any poor service. The speaker is a beautiful, neatly dressed young woman looking at him with a friendly smile. This person is none other than the shop's owner, Zhou Jiaxin. The moment Lin Yuan sees her, he breathes a sigh of relief. It's not an AI robot. Thank goodness. And come on, we've all felt that exact same relief, right? He scratches his head, a bit embarrassed, and says quietly, I'd like to buy a spirit-absorbing goldfish. Zhou Jiaxin quickly gestures for him to follow her, voice full of warmth. I know just the thing, please write this way. As they walk, she carefully introduces each type to him. The small ones in the water tank are all common grade. Regardless of the species, they all cost half a radiant coin. That red goldfish, more than double the size of the others, is an elite grade. It'll cost you 5 radiant coins. Lin Yuan, standing not too far away, is amazed. You can really tell it's a spirit-absorbing goldfish. Just getting close, he can feel the air itself growing thick with spirit chi. Yikes, talk about sticker shock. A basic spirit-sucking goldfish costs more than an elite-level spiderhead. You and I know what that means. Buying an elite fish is completely off the table for now. Seeing him weighing his options, Chu Ci chimes in with some honest advice. The species of these spirit-sucking goldfish aren't even top tier. If they were a better breed, they'd sell for at least 7 radiance dollars or more. But for the common grade, the price is the same across the board. After all, evolving these things is a nightmare. No creator would take on that job. Lin Yuan looks a little flustered. Thanks for the advice, boss. But she just waves it off with a warm smile. Don't be so stiff. Just call me Sister Sin. Picking the right spirit-sucking goldfish, that all comes down to your own eye for talent. Lin Yuan steps right up to the tank. Got it. He scans each and every fish, silently judging its potential to evolve. In terms of pure potential, the dragon eye type is the best bet. If it awakens its ancestral dragon bloodline, it's like a carp becoming a dragon. But can he really get lucky twice in a row like with the Iron-Horned Rhino? And here's the thing, he doesn't care. It's time to gamble. Either way, he has to test if his spirit locking space can actually speed up this goldfish's evolution. If this works, his shop will finally have a star product. After a moment, he points to a seriously ugly pure black goldfish and says decisively, I choose you. Even the goldfish looks shocked. It just stares at him wide-eyed like it can't believe anyone would ever pick it. Chu Ci quickly rings it up, smiling. Anything else for you today? And that's when Lin Yuan looks around and remembers something. Right, he still needs to test the upper limit of spirit energy. His spirit locking space's lake can handle. With that in mind, he turns back to the owner. In that case, I'll take some energy or two. Chu Ci lights up. How many pounds? I can give you a discount for bulk orders, 500 Federation coins per pound. Without missing a beat, Lin Yuan drops a number so huge it leaves her speechless. You ready for this? I'll take 2,000 pounds to start. The boss hears that number and just freezes. The scoop in her hand trembles and clatters to the floor. 2,000 pounds. Lin Yuan just pulls out a card with a friendly smile. Can I just pay by card? And just like that, Chu Ci snaps out of her shock, her professional welcoming smile back in place. Of course. We'll use Ostrich Logistics to deliver it right to your registered address. Her mind is racing. A huge order like this, dragon eye, fish tons of energy ore. This guy is a whale. Realizing this, she quickly pivots to another item, her sales pitch full of energy. Oh right, if you're serious about raising that goldfish, I highly recommend butterfly shells. They're pricey, but they're incredibly effective at boosting a phase evolution. Hearing this, Lin Yuan can only offer a polite refusal. Thanks, Sister Shin. That's very thoughtful of you. But inside, he's crying. His wallet is completely empty. 0.9. Radiance dollars gone in a flash. That was literally the last of his high-tier currency. That should be enough to feed the goldfish for a few months, right? Sensing a golden opportunity, Chu Ci immediately makes an irresistible offer. Let's connect on Starweb. Next time you need anything, just message me directly. As long as you can pay the price, I can get you almost anything you need. Hearing this, Lin Yuan is over the moon. Really, that would be amazing. What an honor. Some rare materials are always in short supply. Being able to special order them would be a huge help. With that in mind, he decides to test the waters. Sister Shin, in a little while, I'll need. But before he can even finish, she's already figured it out. More energy or butterfly shells. A few more of those goldfish. Lin Yuan quickly waves his hands to correct her. Yes, but for the energy ore, I just need the low-quality stuff. Chu Ci is a little surprised, but she happily agrees. Low quality is fine. She thinks to herself, the higher the grade of the ore, the purer the spirit energy inside. Low-grade ore is only good for raising common or elite-level phase. To need this much, he must be running a massive-scale training facility. The more she thinks about it, the wider her smile gets. This is it. If she can lock in this client, the orders will just keep rolling in. And with my shop's network, I can definitely keep him happy. Oh right, remembering something important, she turns back to him with that bright, welcoming smile. Sir, my shop offers a special service for our regular clients. Interested, and you and I both know Lin Yuan isn't about to say no to that. All right, Miss Hin, spill the beans. Zhu Jiahin leans in with that secret-sharing look every good shop owner has. Not only does the shop buy spirit creatures from old customers, they can also provide ones that are seriously injured. These are special guaranteed fresh spirit materials. Lin Yuan's eyes instantly light up. An offer like this is too good to pass up. Seriously, so, when's the next shipment? Zhu Jiahin cheerfully holds up 3 fingers. 3 weeks. If anything changes, I'll message you on the star web. 3 weeks, he should have his investment back by then. This is looking very promising. Lin Yuan turns to leave but then looks back at her confused. Miss Hin, I've been here for a while. Why hasn't the store gotten any business? A place this great should be completely packed with customers, right? Zhu Jiahin asks with a bit of surprise. You sound like you're new in town or something. You don't know, there's a Radiance 100 sequence match today at the Celestial Tower's Starlight Skyladder, so pretty much every shop owner and customer has gone to watch. Hearing this, Lin Yuan's interest is piqued. A sequence member from the Radiance 100. Zhu Jiahin patiently explains a little more. No, even higher, the Radiance Federation's own Radiance 100. He lets out an O of admiration but keeps his expression oddly calm. The Radiance 100, huh? He quickly says his goodbyes. Miss Hin, I'll be going now. Zhu Jiahin waves back happily. Okay, your order will be delivered later. The second he's outside, Lin Yuan whips out his phone to look up the match info. No way, it already started. Are there only high balcony tickets left? Gotta hurry. Walking fast, he wonders to himself with a rush of excitement, feeling the hype build. And you and I both know what's coming next, right? A clash between the Radiance Federation's strongest young professionals. How far behind them am I really? Arriving outside the arena, he's hit by the deafening roar of the cheering crowd. White Devil for the win, unextinguished fire, is the strongest. Lin Yuan groans, struggling up the ridiculously long flights of stairs. We're on the star web, so why is there a section where you still have to climb stairs like this? The match has started, but luckily the high balcony tickets are unlimited. The cheers around him crash down like a tidal wave. Unextinguished fire. Unextinguished fire. White Devil. White Devil. White Devil. He finally squeezes into his spot. And that's when we meet this person. A fan cheering for literally everyone. Go Lord White Devil, victory to Lord Unextinguished Fire. He scoffs, thinking, why cheer for both? Who is she even actually rooting for? The person's wearing a B-shaped hat, holding binoculars and still screaming at the top of her lungs. Go Lord White Devil, victory to Lord Unextinguished Fire. Suddenly, she turns, squints at him through the binoculars and starts complaining. Your face is so big, uncle. Lin Yuan gives her a tired, helpless look. You could at least put the binoculars down first, you know. This girl doesn't seem to care about him at all, giving him a quick glance before her eyes are glued back to the arena, terrified of missing a single important moment. There's no rule against cheering for both sides. Is there? I'll be happy, no matter which one of them wins, understand? What about you, uncle? Who are you rooting for? Lin Yuan awkwardly scratches his head, just trying to end the conversation. Same as you, I'm cheering for both. The girl nicknamed Cloudstream hears this and immediately pounces, her eyes shining like she just found her soulmate. That's great, Deep Mountain. Old Lin, I knew you had good taste. He forces a polite reply. Well, they're both exceptional fighters. Besides, he couldn't exactly tell her that he has absolutely no idea who these people are. An awkward silence suddenly hangs between them when she realizes she's still tightly gripping his hand. Cloudstream seems to realize her over-the-top reaction, immediately yanking her hand back and making a big show of scornfully wiping it with a cloth. Lin Yuan is furious, wanting nothing more than to slap her. You're the one who grabbed my hand. She ignores him, pulling out another pair of binoculars and holding them out. Here, if you support both, you can't miss a single detail. Just listening to the commentary won't cut it. Lin Yuan gives in and takes them politely. Thanks. This girl's a little weird, but her heart seems to be in the right place. He quickly gets serious again, raising the binoculars to watch the battle down below. Looks like they aren't the same type of combat professional. Those two plant-like creatures look like they're healing types. Hearing his analysis, the girl scoots closer, a smug grin spreading across her face. You've got a sharp eye, Deep Mountain, old Lin. So who do you think is gonna win? As he watches on, you and I are probably thinking the same thing. The member with the higher rank should have the edge, right? Plus, both of their spirit creatures are already at gold tier. Let's jump right into the action, where our short-haired fighter is already launching her first attack. Lava Growth Strike. Her massive bear summons a colossal fireball, launching it straight at the enemy spirit beast. But her opponent isn't just standing there ordering a swift counter. Frost Tree use Deep Freeze on the Ice-Heart plant. Instantly, both her spirits are encased in thick ice, their bone-chilling aura rising to meet the intense flames. The announcer screams into the mic, the Frost Tree's power doused the fire. The lava bear's quick attack was ineffective. The one called Undying Flame smirks, her fighting spirit surging. A solid defensive formation. Not a bad idea. But today, I'm going to shatter it. And with that, she barks out another decisive command. Lava Bear, use Piercing Barrage and lock down that Frost Tree for me. The lava bear charges forward like a tank, unleashing a storm of 1,000 tiny fireballs upon its foe. Watching from above, Lin Yuan can't help but be impressed. Now, that is some serious offensive power. The girl next to him proudly explains. Of course, she is Lady Undying Flame, is a pure attack-type spirit master. Going up against a healer like Lady White Devil, you and I both know the odds are stacked in her favor. His interest is piqued, and the girl quickly adds, but you don't need to worry. After all, Lady White Devil has the higher rank. Just then, their stats flash across the giant screen. Name Dish. Alias, the White Devil, rank 18. Name Anna. Alias Undying Flame, rank 47. Down below, Dij channels power through her staff, replenishing her spirit's vitality. The announcer is going absolutely wild. Dij successfully heals the Frost Tree and manages to hold back the lava bear. But Undying Flame just looks bored, crossing her arms with a taunt. Impressive, Dij. I'm surprised you could save both of them under that barrage. She remains completely confident, declaring it for all to hear. But that was just the opening act. The commentator, absolutely hyped, keeps the play-by-play coming. Under the relentless assault from the twin bears, the Frost Tree is completely on the defensive. Is the tide of battle turning? Anna stares down her opponent, the corner of her mouth curling into an arrogant smirk. This war of attrition has gone on long enough. Your spirit energy must be running on fumes, right? From the stands, Lin Yuan looks on with a hint of concern. Even with a higher rank, is a healer really at a disadvantage against a pure damage dealer? But Dij doesn't even flinch. She just replies calmly, her gaze turning ice cold. Anna, the gap between rank 18 and 47 is much bigger than you can imagine. Now watch this. This is where the whole fight flips. Her eyes become as sharp and cold as the glacial power she commands. Ice-Heart plant, absolute zero lock. The words barely leave her lips before the rampaging lava bear is frozen solid in a massive block of ice. Anna shields her face from the icy blast, her eyes wide with shock. How can she still pull off a massive spell this deep into the fight? The commentator is completely losing his mind over this incredible turnaround. Absolutely legendary. Both lava bears are frozen solid, but her own spirits don't look so good either. The girl in the stands notes quietly. The White Devil's counterattack managed to stop the Undying Flame's assault, but that ice won't hold forever. When it breaks, the real counterattack begins. But Lin Yuan thoughtfully offers a different take. It's not that simple. Don't forget, the White Devil is a healer. Down on the field, Dij isn't finished. She clasps her hands and begins to chant, reviving Phoenix Butterfly. Use the Wings of Revival. Instantly, her spirits are bathed in a healing light, their vitality completely restored. The announcer is speechless. I don't believe it. With a simple gesture, she healed all their injuries. The entire crowd leaps to their feet in disbelief. It might not be a 100% full heal, but they are clearly back at peak fighting condition. Anna struggles to keep her cool, forcing out through gritted teeth, as expected of you, Dij. But I will be the one to win. The moment she says it, the lava bear roars, shattering its icy prison. A savage aura explodes outwards, forcing Dij's spirits back. This is tear suppression. That's a platinum tier lava behemoth. Dij leans on her staff, a faint smile on her lips. Anna, I never expected you to get this strong. But as she says this, her smile turns mysterious. And trust me, you and I both know this fight is far from over. And just like that, a storm of vibrant red butterflies erupts from thin air, swarming around her in a blinding, beautiful cyclone. Anna stands firm next to her spirit, shouting with determination that no matter what she tries, she can't possibly break through my ultimate attack-defense combo. This move was created specifically to take her down. DJ gives a casual little wave of her hand, and in an instant, the red butterflies shoot forward like tens of thousands of flaming arrows, piercing straight through the lava bear. It lets out a roar of pure agony, before collapsing to the ground defeated. Anna has completely lost. She drops to her knees, unable to believe her eyes. The announcer's voice booms across the entire arena, declaring the final result. The winner is clear, it's the White Devil. With this victory over Lady Indomitable Fire, Lady White Devil earns another glorious star. Anna bows her head, admitting defeat with a bitter smile. She never imagined her Phoenix Butterfly could evolve into a fantasy type at the gold rank. I lost this one fair and square. DJ drops her cold battle-focused expression, her usual gentle smile returning. She extends a hand to her opponent as a sign of respect. It wasn't the Phoenix Butterfly that evolved, it's the disaster Phoenix Butterfly. She pulls Anna to her feet, comforting her. Come on, cheer up. The whole audience is still watching. The crowd's roars echo through the stands once more. White Devil, White Devil, White Devil, Indomitable Fire, Indomitable Fire, Indomitable Fire. High up in the stand's stream in the clouds is shaking a guy by the shoulders so hard his neck is about to snap, screaming with excitement and flailing around. Lady White Devil is so awesome, and even though Lady Indomitable Fire lost, the woman who commands a bear is still a total beast. So cool. Lin Yuan glances down at the arena floor, his mind filled with pure admiration. And here's where it hits you. The battle he saw back at school. It was nothing more than child's play compared to this. DJ Anna. So this is the peak fighting power of the younger generation in the Radiance Federation, huh? After the match, the girl, stream in the clouds, quickly says her goodbyes, but not before turning back with a serious reminder. Alright, see ya, old man of the deep mountains. Don't forget my web-weaving spiders, and don't you dare get lazy. Lin Yuan just gives a lazy reply to get her to leave. I know. Even after logging out of Starweb and returning to his room, the shocking images from the fight are still playing on a loop in his head. I can't believe fantasy types are that strong. A gold rank healing spirit just defeated a platinum rank combat spirit. Lin Yuan mutters to himself, analyzing the fight. That rune must be the key that triggers the fantasy evolution. It's a perfect match for a healing type spirit. But as he thinks about it, his excitement fades, replaced by a wave of disappointment. Right now, my only healing spirit is the 100 Lily. He pulls up his system interface and lets out a long sigh. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Just then, a bizarre sound echoes from inside his room. The singing is so bad it's like a punch to the ears. The starry sky scatters lonely light, silently protecting fragile hope, stumbling along unable to see the path ahead, but refusing to let go of the heart's desire. He quickly heads upstairs, stopping at his door and peering in with a frown. What on earth are you doing? Downstairs, he could already hear Yin Yin and Genius huddled together, and they jump in panic the second they hear his voice, like kids caught red-handed. Lin Yuan, why didn't you knock? Lin Yuan glares at the two little troublemakers wrecking his room. It's my room, why would I need to knock? What are you hiding from me? Genius starts sweating bullets, turning to him and stammering out an excuse. It's nothing, Yin Yin was just practicing her singing. I was finding some sheet music for her. Lin Yuan gives them a suspicious look, but lets it go. He casually pats the cat's head and says softly, all right, move over. I need to look something up. Genius reluctantly moves away from the computer. Yin Yin floats above the cat's head, whispering carefully to her partner in crime. You don't think Lin Yuan noticed just now, do you? Genius, living up to his name, covers his mouth and whispers back confidently, no way. I closed the computer too fast, and I'm the one who secretly made your account. Lin Yuan has no idea. After a while of focused searching, he finds the crucial information he was looking for. For a bronze rank spirit to reach legend quality, it needs at least C-grade spirit key. With that thought, he makes a decisive choice. I might as well just put these two web-weaving spiders up for auction online. They should sell for a pretty high price. Suddenly, the doorbell rings downstairs, forcing him to stop his train of thought and head down to see who it is. The delivery guy sees him and flashes a standard-issue corporate smile, rattling off a long speech. Hello, this is Ostrich Logistics. Dispatcher number 457 has delivered your order from Starweb on schedule. Please sign here. Lin Yuan suddenly remembers the item he ordered from Zhou Jiaxin's store. He nods. Oh right. Okay. But trust me, watch what happens next. The guy who was all smiles 1 second turns to his colleague with a completely different face, his tone dripping with a bully's condescension. Hey, newbie, hurry up and bring that precious item over here. The moment she heard the order, the girl scrambled off to get the job done. Tong Ming, perched on his shoulder, curiously tilts his head. A precious item. Lin Yuan replies softly, his eyes filled with anticipation. Trust me, this is for the shop's future. Just then, the delivery girl returns, struggling with 2 massive boxes, panting, but still smiling. Here we are. Hello, customer. I'm Aneng. No, wait, I'm new delivery staff number 3451. Stacked precariously on the second box is the very same goldfish he just bought. Seeing the wobbly tower, they couldn't help but get a little nervous. That looks really dangerous. Here, let me get that. As he speaks, the off-balance box immediately starts to fall. The small fish tank on top slides right off, entering a state of freefall. Tong Ming reacts with lightning speed, leaping up with paws outstretched to make the catch. Oh no, I got it. But he gets a face full of water for his efforts, soaking his fur completely. When he opens his eyes, the fish is gone and he lets out a confused meow. The fish. Luckily, Yin Yin swoops down from above, nimbly grabbing the spirit-absorbing goldfish by its tail, pulling off a perfect rescue. Over here, both Lin Yuan and Tong Ming let out a massive sigh of relief. That was a close call. The other delivery guy spooked turns and starts yelling at his partner. You almost caused a huge disaster. The girl is completely flustered, bowing her head over and over in a sincere apology. Sorry, I'm really so sorry. But Lin Yuan isn't the type to sweat the small stuff. He just waves it off with a smile. It's fine, everyone makes mistakes. Meanwhile, inside, Tong Ming cannot take his eyes off that goldfish. The little cat can only picture a delicious braised fish dinner while Yin Yin flies around the cargo, looking it over before making a comment. This is pretty spectacular. Tong Ming turns to look at him, a hint of mockery in his eyes. With this much ore, are we opening a quarry or something? Lin Yuan's reply is full of confidence. Bigger scale means bigger profits. He then glances at the door, adding with admiration. But that new delivery girl is insanely strong. 1,000 kilograms of energy ore. Even for someone who trained with spirit chi since childhood, that's wild. He then quickly waves his hand, sending his two little troublemakers upstairs so he can get down to business. All right, you two go play upstairs. I have to enter closed-door cultivation. Oh right, Tong Ming. The knowledge chip data is on your Star Web account, so get to studying. Tong Ming pouts, puts an empty box on his head and replies grumpily. I know I'm taking these cookies then. All right, here's where the real magic begins. You're going to want to see this. An hour later, after the spirit-absorbing goldfish absorbed his pure spirit chi, it grew at an insane rate, already too big for its original small tank. He looks at it and sighs. Upgrading it from common to elite grade took way more spirit energy than Qing Luo, but the energy feedback is about the same. No wonder they say these spirit-absorbing goldfish are notoriously high maintenance. Lin Yuan then looks over at the huge pile of ore stacked on his floor, scratching his head in thought. How is he supposed to move all this ore into the spirit lock space? Pretty quickly, though, he comes up with a solution. 2 days later, that same goldfish is swimming freely in a massive spirit pond. Mobius watches the little creature swimming around, and I gotta say he sounds a little jealous. Must be nice having a giant spirit pond to yourself. Unlike me, I'm usually all alone, and when I'm not, I get bothered by weird things. Lin Yuan, who's in a corner hauling ore, hears this complaint and immediately fires back. What was that? Forget helping. I've been moving over 500 kilograms of this stuff all by myself. Hearing that, Mobius just smirks his logic sound. Well, I am still in my spirit form after all. Lin Yuan stops, wiping the sweat from his brow while catching his breath. This is pretty much the limit anyway. The spirit energy concentration in the space is saturated. To increase it, you'll have to wait until you advance to the next level. Mobius right beside him speaks up, agreeing with that assessment. That's right. As long as you keep evolving, the concentration limit will keep rising. Right now, it's about 5 times more than the outside world. And that spirit-absorbing goldfish is of course constantly soaking up all that ambient energy. Lin Yuan nods, watching the fish's incredible growth. After all, this is the future main product for his store. He rubs his chin, his heart filled with expectation. Still, it would be great if it could awaken its dragon bloodline. I specifically chose the dragon type for a reason. And as soon as he mentions this, trust me, Mobius is about to pour cold water all over that dream. Doesn't that need dragon's blood or something? That stuff's crazy expensive. Unfazed, he starts hauling over some strange boxes and places them right in front of him. Right, cash flow is the biggest problem right now. The only way forward is to level these phase up fast and flip them for a profit. You and I both know that's the real grind. Mobius eyes the new items with curiosity, asking with a tilt of his head. All right, what's on the menu this time? Lin Yuan rests a hand on the box, his eyes burning with ambition. Still the web-weaving spiders. The elite grade ones sell well, but I think we need a more unique product. Mobius, however, seems a little puzzled by this complicated setup. So why go through all the trouble of transporting them in here just for an upgrade? Lin Yuan lets out a crafty smirk. Because inside the spirit lock space, the rate of spirit chi conversion is 5 times faster than the outside world. He then stretches his hand towards the spiders and begins to activate the spirit lock. In an instant, flooded with dense spirit chi, the spiders evolve to a whole new level. Evolved to epic quality. Evolved to epic quality. Evolved to epic quality. He gazes at his creation, unable to hide his absolute joy. Success. Upgrading them to epic quality only took a little over 2 hours. In the outside world, that would have taken at least 10 hours. Just then, the phone in his pocket suddenly starts to vibrate. He pulls it out to see 2 completed transactions for his 2 adorable little pets. As expected, the sight of money makes his eyes light up like headlights. Time to get these 2 auctioned off and hit that next small goal. Mobius sighs from behind, reminding him. You're not turning into some kind of money-obsessed hustler, are you? But before he can enjoy the moment, another notification pops up, stopping him cold. Notification. You have received a tip. Lord Zun Lin, 500 Federation coins. Please continue your hard work and stream every day. Lin Yuan asks himself, completely bewildered, his brow furrowed. My Star Web store can get tips from people, don't tell me. As the possibility dawns on him, and pay attention, this is where it gets good, his expression just completely twists. He immediately bolts out the door and sprints upstairs. That strange sound hits his ears again, this time crystal clear. If you were also lazy yesterday, please believe that metamorphosis will continue in the deepest of nights. That brightest star will illuminate. That your chrysalis years. Lin Yuan bursts into the room like a storm, scaring the absolute daylights out of the 2 little troublemakers. He roars, Genius Yin Yin. What in the world are you 2 doing? Genius stubbornly tries to play it off, frantically trying to hide the evidence. Jay, just studying. Oh really? Then I'll quiz you. Furious, he shoves the 2 little rascals to the side. They stumble away weakly, still pleading their innocence. No, don't. On the computer screen is a live stream interface. The main character is a female streamer holding a mic who is actually Yin Yin, and the screen is flooded with a non-stop barrage of comments. How can a voice this beautiful even exist in the world? That's the voice of an actual goddess. Big sis is so pretty, I'm so moved. With a voice like that, she has to be gorgeous. That was amazing. Did you write that song yourself, sis? I searched StarWeb for the lyrics but couldn't find them. The streamer's voice is incredible. Just sent a gift. Hey sis, why are you using a filter to cover your face? Don't all the top-tier streamers show their faces? Reading this, Lin Yuan completely freezes, totally speechless. Let's be honest, you and I can practically see the gears in his head, grinding to a halt. A beauty streamer. Of course, after discovering this, Lin Yuan gives the 2 little demons a serious lecture and confiscates the Sound of Heaven live stream account. If we didn't have a shared income system, I never would have known you 2 were building a secret career behind my back. Yin Yin stubbornly argues back, even complimenting the name. But it's a great name. Yin Yin like Sound of Heaven. It was Genius's idea. He crosses his arms in front of it, scolding, and you're proud of this. Besides, why pick the beauty category if you're not going to show your face? Yin Yin honestly sells out her partner in crime completely, Genius said. It would create a subversive contrast within the genre. The moment he hears that, he shoots a death glare at the black cat trying to sneak away. Genius. It's holding a cup of water, and after being exposed, it can't even swallow properly, coughing and sputtering. I have to study for hours every day. I get tired. It's better to give that time to Yin Yin so she can use it effectively, right? And while Lin Yuan is still a bit annoyed, he thinks it over and relents. The account has only been active for a few days. And while there are a lot of comments, it has very few followers. It's just kids being kids, really. He decides to let them have their fun. Other sound beasts love practicing how to control sound waves for power, but my Yin Yin, she's loved singing since she was little. Thinking about that, he gives in with a sigh. It's a good thing that you have a talent and a hobby that you want to put to good use. At this moment, Lin Yuan has absolutely no idea just how legendary Sound of Heaven would one day become in the live streaming world. But you and I, we're watching a myth being born. Hearing his approval, the 2 little demons light up, high-fiving in celebration. Lin Yuan agrees, but he carefully lays down some ground rules. But you absolutely cannot accept any inappropriate tips, you hear me? From now on, 500 Federation dollars is the absolute limit. And another thing, maybe I should switch career paths. At least voice actors don't have to rely on their looks. Hearing this, the two of them get even more excited, zipping straight back to their room. But you and I both know in these stories, the peace never lasts. Kids, once they grow up, they just stop listening. Back at the spirit pool, Mobius saw the whole thing. Stroking its chin, it comments with interest, "Your two little guys are pretty interesting." But Lin Yuan is in no mood for jokes. He gives Mobius a tired look. "Let's not talk about them right now. I'm stressing out over how I'm even supposed to get you to level up. The spirit chi concentration in this space has already hit its limit, and it's still not enough to keep up with how much I use training phase," he mutters, caught in a vicious cycle. "The only way to upgrade you is to evolve another Fey to a higher grade. And while I can speed that up by converting spirit chi, I'm capped by my own spirit chi, professional rank, so the effect is pretty limited. To speed that whole process up, I need to upgrade you. It's a complete dead end." Hearing this, Mobius offers a simple solution. If it's so expensive, then just stop chasing high quality. Lin Yuan immediately shoots that down his eyes, filled with absolute conviction. "No way. Only by raising a phase quality can you unlock its true potential. I want every single one to reach its real value." He then turns away, mentally running through his massive shopping list. To evolve the spirit-absorbing goldfish, I'll need at least 3 drops of dragon beast blood. For the lily loach to reach legend grade, it needs Su soil, 2 redwood hearts, and a liter of herbal spring water. Okay, time to call Sister Sin. No time to waste, he immediately makes the call. Chu Ci picks up right away. "Hello." The moment she hears his list, she rips off her face mask in excitement, nearly jumping out of her seat. "You need dragon beast blood, that's not cheap." But inwardly she's thrilled. Her judge of character was spot on. This was the same high roller who dropped $5 radiance on his first visit. She quickly pulls up her computer to check prices. Now get ready for this, because she drops a bomb. Gold rank dragon beast blood is $80 radiance a pop. Platinum rank is 2,000. If you're buying in bulk, I can give you a small discount, and I'll guarantee it's not diluted. The other end goes dead silent, so she quickly asks, "Are you still there?" Little does she know Lin Yuan is so shocked, he's practically crying, covering his mouth to swallow the bitter truth. "And yeah, we've all felt this one. I can't afford it. I really can't. How is it so expensive?" He quickly tries to save face. Sister Jen, I was just asking for a quote. For now, I'll just order 2,000 kilograms of low-grade energy stones and 3 normal spirit-absorbing goldfish." The other end quickly agrees to his request. Easy peasy. Chu Ci hangs up thinking, at the insane rate he's buying stuff, he'll need that blood by his next visit. I'd better start sourcing it now. Definitely found myself a great client. 2 hours later, Mobius watches the new goldfish darting around the pool, and can't help but remark, "That was some fast delivery." Lin Yuan looks at the spiders before him letting out a sigh of relief. These 5 web-weaving spiders have finally reached epic grade. But he's now down to just 0.4 radiance and over half the spirit chi in the space is completely gone. As he drops some shellfish into the pool, he muses, "It'd be nice to have a few carefree moments just like these goldfish." The second, he says that the goldfish go absolutely berserk, tearing into each other in a vicious fight for the food. Confused, he wonders aloud, what's wrong with them? Don't they all live in the same pool? The spirit pool is huge, so why are they fighting? Mobius hits him with a cold dose of reality. Because you're too naive. It's natural selection. Survival of the fittest. Evolution is nature's gift. No creature will easily share its spirit chi with another, not even its own former comrades. Surprisingly, Lin Yuan just nods, getting the point. So that's why the strong get stronger and the weak can barely rise up. And that's a core lesson in these worlds, isn't it? You're getting it, Mobius continues. But nature is also about balance. The stronger you are, the more you must understand coexistence and order. My mind-calming ability should be able to temporarily suppress the aggression of the goldfish. After all, if nothing goes wrong, the other 3 should evolve to elite grade in 5 days. Alright, our MC Lin Yuan just finished a deal, but trust me, his day is about to get a whole lot crazier. Okay, then my trouble. I'll just add some more ore. He glances down at his phone, and his eyes go wide. No way. The elite grade Thon Law sold out that fast. Mobius even leans in, curious about the commotion. Didn't we just upgrade those web-spitting thugs? A quick restock is all that's needed. He quickly makes his decision. Right. Time to make a delivery to Soy Sauce Egg. I'm heading out. The moment he arrives at his virtual showroom, he hears a massive argument erupting from inside. Old man, are you insane? The shop is sold out, so why is it so noisy? Inside, a man and a woman are in a heated debate, the red-haired girl shouting down her opponent. I saw you were a monk, so I respectfully let you order first, and you went and bought up my entire stock. Opposite her is a young man dressed as a monk, hands clasped politely, but his reply is dripping with provocation. Amitabha. The Buddha teaches that one must not steal. Even the AI staff members in the back are peeking in, totally helpless since this isn't in their programming. The girl snaps, grabbing his collar and screaming, "The hell with what Buddha teaches, I help you and you insult me. You got the guts. Let's meet in person, see if I don't snip off your family jewels." And this is where Lin Yuan swoops in like a god, summoning his spirit beasts to restore order. Watch this entrance. No fighting allowed. If you want to argue, take it outside. A squad of superclass spirit beasts materializes, their immense pressure instantly silencing the room. The moment the girl sees them, her eyes light up like high beams. The monk with the web-spitting thug is completely stunned, the argument totally forgotten. By the Buddha. Could this be the work of a 2-star founder? The girl leans in for a closer look, her disbelief growing. No way. Is this epic grade? Lin Yuan knows exactly what they're thinking and immediately steps in to shut it down. These are all custom models, not for sale. Instantly, they both switch targets, rushing toward him like crazed fans meeting their idol. What are the requirements for a custom spirit beast? He awkwardly waves his hands, trying to turn them down. I'm temporarily not accepting custom orders this month. You'll have to wait until at least next month for that project. They shoot fiery glares at each other before asking in perfect unison, are there any elite-grade Thon La left? All of Lin Yuan's initial intimidating aura disappears as he stammers, so sorry, they're sold out. Also, we won't be selling elite-grade Thon La anymore. But he quickly pivots to pitch his new products. However, the shop will now sell bronze-tier Than La and elite-grade spirit-absorbing goldfish. Pre-orders are welcome. The red-haired girl immediately shouts to claim her spot. I'll pay 5 Radiance coins to reserve a bronze tier. Than La. Put one aside for me, got it. Not to be outdone, the monk calmly counters with his own words. Then I will pay 8 Radiance coins to reserve the spirit-absorbing goldfish. Don't even think about stealing it from me. Buddha helps those fated for it. Watching them bicker, Lin Yuan quickly sizes up the situation. It seems these two are experienced buyers, with plenty of cash to burn. He just saved himself a lot of time on market research. To stop them from disrupting business, he barks, "Keep arguing, and you'll both be blacklisted from the shop." Hearing that, they both look at each other, zip their lips, and silently promise to control their temper. Lin Yuan finally wipes the sweat from his brow, sighing to himself. Absolutely exhausting. But man, he's loving this. Looks like I need to decide on some store rules fast, and I'll post them in the most obvious spot possible. Seeing the matter settled, the old monk calls out before vanishing. Then I shall await good news from benefactor Lin. This humble one takes his leave. Noticing the red-haired girl was still there, Lin Yuan turns to her. Can I help you with something? I'm really all out of spirit beasts to sell. The customer gives a rare, friendly smile and asks gently, about that. Do you offer healing services for spirit beasts? And here's where the plot takes an unexpected turn. Lin Yuan lets out a surprised, "What's wrong?" The girl's voice drops low. It's a spirit beast with a damaged origin source. It's gravely injured. Then this poor monk will quietly await good news from the benefactor. This one shall take his leave. The first customer had left, but the woman still lingered. Lin Yuan looked up, a hint of confusion in his eyes. Is there something else? I really don't have any more spirit beasts to sell. The girl opposite him forced a smile, hesitating before asking, do you heal spirit beasts here? He turns back to her, intrigued. Oh, tell me more. It's a spirit beast with a damaged origin. The wound is very severe. Hearing this, his brow furrows in deep thought. A severe injury, you say? If it's silver grade or below, I can take a look. A flash of fierce hope ignites in the woman's eyes. Her daughter's spirit beast finally had a chance to be saved. Lin Yuan, however, just stands there rooted to the spot, completely stunned. And yeah, that look on his face says it all. Wait a second, her daughter, that woman looks like she's the same age as the kid from my own house. To diagnose the problem, she quickly displays the phase information on a virtual screen. This is my daughter's bronze-grade Fae. While training near a spatial rift, its roots were burned by a Mobius beast. And you and I know that name means big trouble. The image of a ferocious, otherworldly beast flashes through his mind. Worse, this type of Mobius wields flames with a deadly withering effect. For any plant-type Fae, an attack like that is basically a death sentence, so no wonder its very core was damaged. The woman bows low, her voice trembling with emotion. I am bowing before you, sir. Truly, thank you so much. How much will the fee be? I don't have enough money right now, but I'll definitely have it all by next month. Seeing her panic, Lin Yuan quickly waves his hands to calm her down. I already have a plan in mind. It's okay, don't worry about it. I don't have any free time this month anyway. Just bring the injured Fae here next month. As for payment, I won't take money. Just find this for me instead. He quickly works his device, and an image of a special material appears on screen. The woman stares at it stunned. Just recovery soil. In that case, I'm getting an amazing deal. After exchanging contact information, her entire expression just lights up. You can count on me, my friend. I will absolutely find it for you. Lin Yuan scratches his head, surprised and delighted. Really? That's fantastic. If you can't find it, we can always renegotiate the treatment fee later. He thinks to himself that this client must have some serious connections if she can even find recovery soil. Things were starting to go smoothly. It looked like the material issue was completely resolved. Herbal spring water could be bought with enough cash, but the redwood core, did that mean he'd have to attend the Zhenwu Pavilion's auction? He shakes his head, pushing the thought aside. The most urgent task now was delivering the web-spraying spiders to Yun Zhangxi Lu. He immediately sends a message. The goods are ready. Come get them. And boom. In the blink of an eye, the girl appears. Her eyes go wide as she stares at him. And yeah, her reaction is absolutely priceless. Lin Yuan is left completely speechless. The girl pays him no mind, her full attention locked on the 5 spiders, with a look of pure shock. No way. Don't worry, my luck is legendary. I'll definitely get some transparent silk out of these. Lin Yuan stands behind her arms, crossed, his tone a little more serious. So, are they to your satisfaction? I'm ready to send them over. The girl beams back, completely at ease, totally satisfied. Send them over, uncle. I can't wait any longer. Suddenly, Lin Yuan smirks, teasing her. One of those spiders has a deadly poison skill. You might want to be careful with your hair. Hearing that, she immediately yanks off her yellow bee hat, revealing a fresh buzz cut. It's not like I got stung on purpose. Besides, my hair's growing back. With that, she puts her hat back on, turns away coldly, and ignores him. The money's been transferred. Goodbye. Seeing the notification of 10 more Radiance dollars in his account, Lin Yuan just shakes his head, watching her go. Why does that kid get so defensive over every little thing? Oh well, at least I finally have some capital. Time to expand production. And just like that, a new production process was established. While expanding his operations and making money, Lin Yuan also made sure to keep learning. Lying on his bed, he scrolls through his phone, unable to hide his smile. The spirit-sucking butterfly-tailed goldfish were selling like crazy. He had to order a few more batches. Just then, the voice of Tong Ming cut through his thoughts. You've made me study so much, my brain is turning to mush. Lin Yuan turns around startled, and asks Tong Ming, what happened to your eyes? Did you study so hard you broke them? Tong Ming tilts its head, its tail forming a question mark, answering innocently, not at all. There are just some concepts I don't quite get. What exactly is complexity? In the evolution of a Fey Red, that is. Lin Yuan walks over, gently stroking the little cat's head. Complexity? What do you mean? Tong Ming scratches its ear, with its front paw looking thoughtful. It's the idea that a Fey's evolution isn't just about survival or getting stronger. But if that's true, then how does a Fey even manage to exist through its evolution? Now, that was a genuinely difficult question. Lin Yuan gets up, rubbing his chin in deep thought. An abstract theory like this was hard to explain. It needed a real-world example. He leads Tong Ming to the spirit plant area and points at a potted plant. Tong Ming, do you know what a green vine is? Tong Ming responds in a flash. Of course I do. Yin Yin eats them every single day. With his hands in his pockets, Lin Yuan starts to guide the conversation. So if you wanted to survive, what path of evolution would you choose? And Tong Ming gives him a very clever reply. If it were me, I'd drop all my leaves so no one could eat me and then evolve poison. That way, I'm definitely not on the menu. Lin Yuan looked at his cat, completely helpless, and just had to laugh. So your master plan is to evolve into a poisonous cactus. But Clever was just getting warmed up, excitedly explaining it would also need amazing endurance and wouldn't need to be watered every day. Yeah, this kind of cleverness was a problem. He needed to fix the cat's entire thought process. Lin Yuan wagged his finger with a bright smile, telling him that way of thinking was completely wrong. Clever's big round eyes went wide as he jumped up in protest. Wrong. How is that possible? My path is the most optimal choice for survival. To prove his point, he brought out another potted plant and formally introduced its evolved state. The bronze-rank celery leaf plant left Clever speechless. Wait a second. This looks nothing like what I was talking about. Lin Yuan plucked a leaf and popped it in his mouth. A fresh, juicy flavor immediately spread across his tongue. Not bad at all. Could this plant actually want times to be eaten? He gave Clever a thumbs up and a knowing nod. You guessed it. The celery leaf's evolutionary path is basically a declaration to all other spirit creatures I can make food and it's delicious. So you have to take care of me, treat me well, and nurture me. By doing this, it secures a solid place for itself in the world of spirit beasts. After hearing that, Clever's ears drooped, and he stared at the celery leaf plant deep in thought. If it was me, I'd rather evolve to taste awful, the worse the better. Understanding his pet's simple logic, Lin Yuan just sighed and changed the subject. Clever, you can't force it. Sometimes you just need a break. Let's take a walk and get some fresh air. The second she heard walk, Yin Yin instantly appeared chirping. I want to go too. And so the three of them strolled through the sparkling city at night. Perched on Lin Yuan's head, Yin Yin relaxed and breathed in the night air. Wow, it feels like it's been forever since we left the house. Lin Yuan smiled and explained. That's because we've been cooped up for way too long, doing all our shopping online lately. In a nearby square, a massive screen was broadcasting the evening news, and now a message from our city lord. The stern image of City Lord Ling Xiao appeared on the screen. The Creation Master Guild of the Radiance Federation is about to reform the Creation Master Certification Exam. Anyone who completes the 1-star Creation Master exam within 2 hours will be exempt from 2 lifestyle class promotion tests, allowing them to directly challenge the 2-star exam. Hearing this news, all 3 of them couldn't hide their excitement. Clever was the first to speak up. So does that mean? Lin Yuan nodded firmly. That's right. I can go straight for the 2-star certification. I have to seize this chance no matter what. Finally, Yin Yin spoke, her voice full of determination. I'll do everything I can to help you. But their joy was short-lived, as another news story broke. And now, for a Federation-wide alert. According to Federation research, dimensional rifts will enter a high-activity phase in 6 months. A beast tide is imminent, and the Radiance Federation will enter a state of combat readiness. Citizens of the Federation are advised to prepare mentally and not to panic. Suddenly, Lin Yuan's gaze froze fixed on the image of 2 people in special uniforms on the screen. The broadcast continued. The Federation will mobilize the Spirit Guards during the high-activity period to help combat the beast tide. That name, the Spirit Guards, was like a knife reopening an old wound and pulling Lin Yuan back to a stormy, painful night years ago. Mom, Dad, where are you going? Little Yuan, you stay home and take good care of Little C, okay? We have to go out for a bit. We'll be back by the time you 2 wake up tomorrow morning. Little Yuan. I'm so sorry. Your parents. Big brother, where are Mom and Dad there? They're not coming back. Wah, Mommy, Daddy, from now on, I'll take care of you. The memory ends with a vision of 2 blood-stained emblems resting in his hand. Back in the present, Lin Yuan jolted awake as Yin Yin gently pecked at him. Don't scare us like that. Clever even bit his leg to get his attention. Lin Yuan, what's wrong? He quickly pulled them both into a hug, comforting them. I'm okay. Let's just go home. But you and I both know he wasn't okay. Doubt and a dull ache were spreading through him. So, those were Spirit Guard emblems. Night quickly fell over the small house. Once everyone was asleep, Lin Yuan sat alone at his computer, starting to dig through classified information. Now watch closely, because this is where everything unravels. Rows of data and documents filled the screen, and a horrifying truth began to surface. Just as he suspected. The dimensional rift disaster 10 years ago on the outskirts of Xia District was directly connected to the Spirit Guards. A Federation emergency broadcast covered in red text appeared on screen. Federation urgent news. A subterranean dimensional rift has unexpectedly appeared in Xia District. A beast tide now threatens the inner city. At approximately 3 a.m. today, the surface of the northern industrial zone in Xia District ruptured and a large number of underground creatures emerged. According to a preliminary investigation by the Spirit Guards, this was caused by the abnormal opening of a subterranean dimensional rift that was dormant deep within the Earth's crust. All available forces are now being organized to seal off the area. Let's dive into the chaos. A news report says over 100,000 subterranean creatures, including scale rats and stone golems, are attacking the city's defenses. The Spirit Guard Division's vanguard has deployed, bringing beast-taming bells and spirit suppression towers to intercept the monsters, but the danger's escalating. Monitoring gear has detected a high-level energy source deep inside the rift. At 7 a.m. this morning, a Class 4 swamp dragon completely shattered their formation. Its acid breath and sonic waves have seriously injured 30 team members, and the Spirit Guard Storm Unit is now desperately trying to take it down. Then it gets worse. At 3 p.m., the rift shakes again. A Class 5 corrupted bone junter appears. This thing is covered in bone armor, and its tail releases a corrosive bone-devouring energy when it's about to die. This info is from a report by the former Spirit Guard captain. Containment and extermination efforts are now happening at the same time. By 8 p.m., the corrupted bone junter was severely wounded, but the aftershocks are still turning the battlefield into an acid wasteland. The Spirit Guard reports no fatalities for now, but 120 members are seriously injured and another 53 are missing. The operation to seal the spatial rift has officially begun, and it's expected to take 72 hours. Our station will keep you updated. Reading this, our main character Lin Yuan completely freezes in shock. He knows that name. Mobius scanned info on it not long ago. The corrupted bone junter. He shoots up from his chair, his gaze turning ice cold. Lin Yuan's intense gaze drifts out the window. Lost in thought, he reaches a chilling conclusion that bone-devouring energy is a self-destruct skill the junter only uses by sacrificing itself. And this is where it hits him. An image of his uncle, the man who raised him, flashes through his mind. Uncle Li. After all these years, I never knew. Turns out you were both members of the Spirit Guard, where the other two badges are kept. Right. The scattered pieces in his mind finally start snapping together, forming a perfect logical chain. To the south, a sea of churning lava. To the north, eternal ice. To the west, a barren desert, and to the east, endless deadly swamps. The Radiance Federation barely exists in the narrow gaps between these treacherous lands. Countless powerful spirit creatures are active day and night, both within and all around its territory. And the Spirit Guard, the silent protectors of the Federation, is the steel shield that handles these disasters and stops the beast's invasion. A wave of bitterness and sorrow washes over him. Mom. Dad. Were you in such a dangerous job too? Why did you never tell me? His fingers unconsciously flip over the blood-stained badge. He squints. And you and I see it too, the numbers 2837. Is this their internal Spirit Guard ID number? With this critical number in hand, Lin Yuan decides to search for it again. His hands fly across the keyboard, typing the sequence, hoping for any clue. But the screen instantly flashes a glaring red with a warning. A danger signal. Access denied. Lin Yuan's brow furrows in frustration. What is going on? Though confused at first, he quickly figures it out. He stands carefully, placing the badge back in its box. So I've hit an authorization wall, huh? I guess searching for classified info online is never easy or reliable. Too bad. Auntie Zhang took Uncle Li to the hospital for a checkup, so he can't ask them about it. Back in bed, Lin Yuan tosses and turns, unable to sleep as 1,000 questions race through his mind. He forces himself to piece it all together. They were my parents' old friends. They have to know something. Based on Uncle Li's old injuries, he must have survived that tragedy years ago. He might even be a former Spirit Guard member. Knock, knock, knock. His train of thought is suddenly shattered by a knock at the door in the dead of night. Instantly, Lin Yuan sits bolt upright, on high alert. It's so late. Could it be Auntie Zhang and her husband? But his rational mind quickly shuts that down. No, Auntie Zhang wouldn't knock so politely. He cautiously walks to the door, analyzing the situation with every single step. Chu Tong is prepping for her big exam and can't be home, plus she would have called. All his business partners on Star Web contact him by phone. This late at night. Who could it possibly be? Suddenly, he stops dead in his tracks. Knock, knock. A powerful sense of unease surges through him. The rhythm of the knocking has changed. Don't blink, because the worst-case scenario just flashed through his mind. His ability to evolve spirits. What if it's been exposed? Sensing their master's tension, his two spirit creatures awaken and appear right at his side. Yin Yin covers its mouth with a wing, yawning and whispering, Lin Yuan, who is it this late? Genius rubs its eyes and makes a naive guess. Did you steal someone's business deal or something? Lin Yuan shot back a glare, whispering, don't be ridiculous. I just have a few connections. How could I steal anyone's business? But even with that tough talk, you can bet he was on high alert. He pointed towards Yin Yin and gave a sharp command. Yin Yin, when I open the door, if I step back, you unleash turbulence and sonic sting on whatever comes through. Yin Yin immediately snapped its wings into a military-style salute, ready for action. With his defenses set, Lin Yuan took a deep breath, cracked the door open, and called out, "May I ask who you're looking for?" Outside stood two strangers in official uniforms, a man and a woman. The middle-aged man offered a gentle, disarming smile. He said calmly, "Don't be nervous. May I ask if you are the son of Lin Jian and Chu Yan?" Lin Yuan's heart hammered in his chest. A wave of anxiety washed over him as they said his parents' names, but he forced himself to stay calm. "Do you know my parents?" To prove their identity, the woman beside him held up a familiar golden badge. "Yes, seeing this, you should understand, right? I can't believe how much you've grown." Lin Yuan let out a quiet sigh of relief, as the two officials adopted a more serious tone. "We're from the Spirit Suppression Division. I'm Su Jin, you can call me Aunt Su, and this is Dong Hai." Uncle Dong spoke next, his sharp eyes fixed on him. "Did you just access the Spirit Suppression Division's internal database? That's how we located you." Lin Yuan's brow was still furrowed, but it all clicked into place in his mind. So, that was it. And here it comes, the moment that changes everything. With a heavy heart, Uncle Dong held out an old piece of cloth, stained with dried blood. This is a long story. The battle that year ended in absolute chaos. Plus, most members of the division operated under hidden identities back then. So, the headquarters support logistics always had some loose ends. "We're sorry we came late." Lin Yuan couldn't keep his composure any longer. With trembling hands, he took the cloth and unfolded it. Scrawled on it were a few rushed, messy lines, but they were filled with love. "Little Yuan, my boy, I hope your future path will always be smooth and easy." After reading those words, he bowed his head, trying to choke back a sob, but tears were already blurring his vision. That was his mother's handwriting. Seeing the young man's raw emotion, Uncle Dong looked to the sky and sighed, explaining gently, "Missions with the division are extremely dangerous. Your Aunt Zhang and Uncle Li were always hiding it, quietly watching over you too. Don't blame them." How could Lin Yuan not understand their kindness? He forced a smile, wiping the tears from his cheeks, and replied calmly, "Aunt Su, I get it. I don't blame them at all. It's because of them that my sister and I were able to grow up safely." Dong Hai placed a large, warm hand on his shoulder, reassuringly. "From now on, Uncle Dong's got your back. If you need anything, just come find me." Seeing her colleague getting a bit off track, Aunt Su cleared her throat as a reminder. Ahem. Uncle Dong got the message, immediately reaching inside his coat. "Right, I almost forgot this." He pulled out a carefully preserved box. "This was exchanged for all of your parents' merits thanks to old Zhang and the others applying for it time and time again." Lin Yuan's eyes locked onto the object in his hand, asking curiously, "What is this?" As soon as he took the box, he opened it. Inside was a crystal that glowed with an extraordinary light. "Now, this little crystal, pay attention because this is a total game changer," Aunt Su explained. "It's a primal seed." Lin Yuan looked up completely confused. A primal seed? Like a dedicated teacher, Aunt Su began to seriously explain this new concept to him. Spatial rifts don't just spit out waves of beasts, they also create all kinds of treasures. We call them primal items. Only when a rift loses its primal item can it be sealed. This primal seed is the exact item needed to close a level 2 spatial rift. Uncle Dong saw him staring intently at the box and added with a smile, "This primal seed is perfect for you. Old Li told me you had an accident as a child that left your body weak. Contracting a spirit beast consumes a lot of stamina, but a primal seed only needs to be nurtured with fresh blood. It doesn't drain your spiritual power or energy at all." Sounded pretty good. Lin Yuan held the crystal up to the light, unable to look away, wondering what it could become. Nurture a primal seed. Seeing his curiosity, Aunt Su happily elaborated. "That's right. This seed can be raised into a spirit beast. Its abilities and evolutionary path can be freely adjusted through how you raise it. Since your health isn't great, I'd recommend raising it into a healing-type spirit beast. It would be a huge help in conditioning your body later on." Hearing this, Lin Yuan clenched his fist, feeling the warmth of the primal seed in his palm. A whole new path of evolution flashed through his mind as fresh ideas began to spark. A healing type, huh? And you and I both know what he's really thinking. This is where my real story begins. But just being a healer won't cover the bills. He needs real combat power to get by, just like that Calamity Phoenix butterfly. Besides that source seed, both Auntie Sue and Uncle Dong pull out identical orange cards, sharing a warm, gentle smile. And one more thing. This is a Central Federation bank card with 100 Radiance dollars inside, a personal gift from me. Consider it a long overdue payment for the past 10 years. And trust me, little Yuan, you've earned every bit of it. Raising Faze and paying for your sister's tuition is expensive, so don't even think about saving it. The extra is just interest for the last decade. However, Lin Yuan knows he can finally stand on his own 2 feet. He raises a hand to politely refuse. No, absolutely not. Auntie Sue, Uncle Dong, I can't accept this money. His other hand gently pushes the door open, his gaze firm and resolute. Besides, I'm all better now, and I've gained 2 more amazing family members. Chimey scrambles up to his head, while the tiny Yin flutters happily in front of them. But Uncle Dong wasn't taking no for an answer. Little Yuan, I've lived 20 years longer than you have, so let me give you some sincere advice. He presses the 2 cards together, shoving them right into Lin Yuan's hand. I don't care how you feel about it. I only care how I feel. Listen to me, and take it. While Uncle Dong was having his little chat, Auntie Sue was quietly observing Lin Yuan's 2 phase. She thoughtfully analyzed what she was seeing. It seems little Yuan just recently recovered. That 100 questions beast and Yin are probably only at the elite grade. His peers are already at bronze grade or higher. He's severely lacking in real combat experience. After thinking for a moment, Auntie Sue made up her mind. She cuts Uncle Dong off. By the way, little Yuan, do you want to learn more about your parents' work? As she grabs her phone, Uncle Dong looks over, stunned. Little Sue, you're not planning to. Auntie Sue continued with a serious tone. In the lower district, there's a Class 1 spatial rift that leads to the insect world. If you're interested, I can take you to see the spirit guards in action. And right here, this is the offer we've been waiting for. Of course, even though it's just Class 1, it's not entirely without risk. If you think it's too dangerous. But this was exactly what Lin Yuan wanted. He raises his fist, showing his sheer determination. I'll go. You both already know a little about my situation. I've missed out on so much of this world. How could I possibly pass up an opportunity like this? But he kept his next thoughts to himself, his entire mood shifting. In the next 6 months, the spatial rift will become unstable. A beast tide is coming. Planning ahead is the only way to survive. Hearing his decisive answer, Auntie Sue was incredibly pleased. She crosses her arms and praises him. You've got guts. She thought to herself, little Lin, little Chu. Your son is truly a promising one. Coming around behind her, Uncle Dong finally got a word in, his face etched with worry. Little Sue, maybe we should be a bit more cautious about this. But he was cut short by a sharp elbow from Auntie Sue. Stop your nonsense. You'll be on insect cleanup later. I'll be protecting little Yuan. Auntie Sue immediately channeled her spiritual power, summoning her own fae. And what appeared next? It's on a whole other level. Auntie Sue instructed him, little Yuan, get yourself ready. We're leaving immediately. But before he could prepare, as she asked, Lin Yuan's eyes suddenly flashed thanks to the power of Mobius. A giant snow owl landed on the ground, its information instantly appearing before him. Fae name Plume Feather Snow Owl. Type Avian Wisdom Snow. Level Platinum 8 out of 10. Elements Air and Ice. Quality Flawless. Skill Feather Assault. A high-speed wing flap that fires sharp feathers. Feather Shield uses its thick down coat to defend against incoming damage. Piercing Snow Feathers launches feathers imbued with cold energy that can crystallize into ice for a wide area attack. Ground Snow Glide creates a powerful avalanche of frigid air, burying and freezing everything in its path, friend or foe. And Protection of Snow, which summons the power of extreme cold to form hard ice shields for multiple targets, boosting their ice resistance. Its unique trait, Extreme Cold, increases its affinity with ice, causing its ice-type skills to have a rapid freeze effect. Looking at its majestic form, Lin Yuan couldn't help but be amazed. A casual summon, and it's a platinum grade with 5 skills. Definitely a defense-oriented fae. Exactly what you'd expect from the spirit guards. He wasn't the only one stunned. His 2 faes were equally shocked. The little Yin flew closer, its eyes filled with awe and desire. Lin Yuan, that big bird is so powerful. Can I become that strong one day? He smiled gently. Of course. I'll do my absolute best to raise you to be just like it. Chimey excitedly joined in on the conversation. Wow, that's so cool. I want to go. I want to go. Remembering his promise to Chimey from last time, Lin Yuan turned to Uncle Dong. Uncle Dong, is it okay if I bring these 2 little ones with me? How could anyone possibly say no to a look like that? Uncle Dong scratched his head and let out a defeated sigh. All right, go on then. I'll be your bodyguard. And with that, our little team is finally ready for its first adventure. And just like that, the whole group was settled on the back of the cotton feather snow condor and ready to go. Genius stretched out comfortably, looking smug. Finally, he was riding a giant bird through the sky. Yin Yin, meanwhile, was playfully hopping around. This feels amazing, just like swan feathers. Hearing that, Lin Yuan was a little surprised and leaned over to ask quietly, "You know what swan feathers feel like?" Under the bright moonlight, Yin Yin gave him an answer that completely floored him. "Of course not. But in my imagination, this is exactly what it's like." Time passed, and now before them was a colossal spatial rift, surrounded by a solid barrier and swarming with guards. Uncle Dong pointed ahead. There it is, the spatial fissure. The moment they landed, 3 soldiers immediately approached, holding up their hands to signal them to stop. The leader spoke with a stern voice. "Restricted area ahead. Unauthorized personnel are forbidden." This was standard procedure, of course. Uncle Dong stepped forward, flashed a golden badge, and announced Dong Hai of the Spirit Guard, requesting entry to the restricted zone to lead a basic cleanup. After confirming his identity, the soldier snapped to attention and gave a crisp salute. The credentials checked out perfectly. "We wish you a successful mission, Lord Dong." With the formalities done, a flash of white light erupted from the rift, and the snow condor instantly teleported them into a completely alien environment. Uncle Dong carefully reminded Lin Yuan to stay alert. "We're inside the fissure now. Every so often, a few alien insects will drop down." That was exactly why so many guards were stationed here in the first place. Surrounded by a magical rainbow-colored space, Lin Yuan simply nodded. "I'll be careful." But their caution was met with a chorus of chaotic noises echoing from all directions. Genius and Yin Yin scrambled into Lin Yuan's arms, terrified. Genius couldn't stop trembling as Lin Yuan tried to calm them, but his own instincts were screaming that danger was close. Suddenly, a strange creature lunged from behind at terrifying speed. He yelled out, "Not good, I thought we were supposed to be keeping everyone safe." Instantly, Uncle Dong teleported to his side, channeling his full spirit power into a thunderous punch. The monster's body was instantly blown to smithereens. Lin Yuan watched in horror, thinking to himself. He shattered an alien insect with a single punch using only his raw spirit energy. So this was the true power of someone from the Spirit Guard. Seeing his stunned expression, Auntie Sue gave a comforting smile. "No need to be so tense, little Yuan. Even though there are a lot of them, most are just elite tier. Barely any are even bronze rank." But inside, Lin Yuan was screaming, "Elite tier is already crazy dangerous for me." Uncle Dong puffed out his chest, confidently flexing his massive muscles. "That's right, little Yuan. Let me handle these small fries myself first." With that, he waved his hand, and a burst of purple spirit power erupted, summoning a wolf-like spirit beast that shot out like a missile. In a flash, its mighty paws hit the ground with a space-shaking impact. The arrival of a living creature immediately drew the attention of the alien swarm. They started pouring in from all sides surrounding it. Looking down from above, Lin Yuan was confused. Uncle Dong isn't that just giving the insects exactly what they want? Noticing his nephew's concern, Uncle Dong just grinned while stretching. "Don't be so hasty, little Yuan. A good show needs a little prep time." And with that, he threw his hand forward with a sharp command. "Wolf pack hunt." Instantly, the beast threw its head back and let out a mighty howl, creating a swarm of identical pitch-black wolf phantoms that launched a massive wide-scale attack. Thanks to Mobius, the creature's detailed information instantly appeared before Lin Yuan. Spirit Beast Umbral Terror Wolf. Species Terror Wolf. Grade Platinum level 10 out of 10. Type Dark. Quality Epic. Skills rend using fangs to tear prey apart while inflicting piercing damage. Claw Strike, a sweeping attack that tears flesh from the target. Terror Howl, an intimidating roar that suppresses enemies and lowers their defense. Umbral Wave, which fires a devastating blast of dark energy from its mouth for area damage. And finally, Myriad Wolf Shadow, which splits its own energy to create wolf phantoms that are a lower level than the original body. The number of phantoms depends on the energy used. It also had a unique trait, energy absorption, allowing it to rapidly drain energy from its prey to heal itself. Lin Yuan couldn't take his eyes off Uncle Dong's spirit beast. His heart was filled with absolute admiration. This Umbral Terror Wolf was raised to perfection. Its unique trait and skills were perfectly suited for long, high-intensity battles. Just witnessing this fight made the whole trip worthwhile. The shadow wolves swept through the swarm, tearing every alien beast to shreds until nothing was left alive. After clearing the area, Uncle Dong turned back and gave him a wink. See, piece of cake, no danger at all. But just then, Lin Yuan felt a strange fluctuation coming from Yin Yin. He asks anxiously, "What's wrong, Yin Yin?" But stick with me, because Yin Yin's already senses something terribly wrong, her hearing cranked to the max. Something's watching us. The second the words leave her mouth, a red-eyed beast locks onto the Mianyu snow vulture in the sky. It's a crow, but twisted, a skeleton draped in tattered feathers, its aura radiating a deeply unsettling energy. But Lin Yuan, he's totally oblivious. Still high on excitement, thinking this trip was going to be a walk in the park. Tong Ming clings to him, sighing in relief. Oh, that's good. But Yin Yin isn't convinced. Her eyes are glued to the distant darkness before she suddenly darts away from him. Lin Yuan, be careful. I've got a bad feeling. He stares after her, stunned, and screams, Yin, Yin, don't go over there. And then a cold, hard dose of reality hits him. The area ahead looks normal, but where are Aunt Sue and Uncle Dong? Danger. This is definitely a trap. A chill runs down Lin Yuan's spine. No, wait, this is an illusion. The Mianyu snow vulture he was riding is gone, replaced by a hideous skeletal beast, and he's perched right on its back. Up ahead, Uncle Dong and Aunt Sue are still in formation. They're focused on the spatial rift, exchanging a few quick words. Tonight everything is unnervingly quiet. But you and I know that gut feeling they have is right. Something is definitely hunting them from the shadows. All around them, the number of strange flying creatures begins to multiply. Uncle Dong tsks complaining. Little Sue, you're a real jinx, you know that. But Aunt Sue stays focused, using her spiritual power to guide their flight path. Without even looking back, she calls out reassuringly, sit tight, little Yuan. It's just a small problem. Don't worry. Your aunt and uncle are here. Her spiritual power erupts. The Mianyu snow vulture immediately folds its wings, shifting into an attack stance. Snowflakes made of pure energy rapidly condense into solid form, flash freezing the entire swarm of creatures into solid blocks of ice. Watching the frozen chunks fall from the sky, Uncle Dong casually shoves his hands in his pockets, assessing the situation. This was probably the most dangerous moment so far. But a moment later, Aunt Sue realizes something's off. She turns to Uncle Dong, her eyes filled with worry. Something's not right. Little Yuan has been completely silent. Go check on him. Leaving his post, Uncle Dong approaches Lin Yuan. He places a hand on the young man's shoulder, does a quick check, and makes his call. His color and breathing are both normal. He's fine. You're just flying so smoothly, he probably dozed off. Suddenly, the space around them distorts. The giant crow vanishes, and a wave of weightlessness sends them all tumbling. And there it is, the moment the illusion finally shatters. Tong Ming grabs Lin Yuan's shirt, screaming in panic. Lin Yuan, we're falling. What is happening? Yin Yin, who had flown off, immediately whips around. In this critical moment, she decides to use her own body as an anchor. Grab onto me. Acting on instinct, Lin Yuan reaches out and snatches Yin Yin's tiny tail. Incredibly, her small body manages to halt the fall of both him and Tong Ming. Tong Ming's wide cat eyes stare down into the bottomless abyss, frozen with fear. Yin Yin, you have to hold on. Yin Yin flaps her wings, furiously replying with confidence. Of course I can, except I can't. Despite her best efforts, her tiny frame just can't handle the weight of the group. Yin Yin gets yanked downwards, and they begin to plummet once more. Tong Ming, having no wings, just flails his forelegs wildly in the air, his fur completely puffed out. The landing is both tragic and hilarious. Tong Ming does a perfect faceplant, while Lin Yuan somehow lands safely. He blinks, his eyes open, a deep sense of suspicion rising within him. This didn't feel like falling from a great height. It felt more like the ground actively rose up to catch him. To survive a fall like this, did his opponent not want him dead yet? His surprise didn't end there. A voice rings out as if it had read his mind. You guessed right. You creatures outside the rift possess all the land and resources, while we have to tear each other apart for a scrap of energy. Lin Yuan quickly wipes away a bead of sweat, his eyes darting towards the source of the voice. It was the crow Yin Yin had warned him about. It stares him down, continuing its taunt. Let's make a bet. Let's see if you can see through my illusions. If I win, you're staying here forever. He furrows his brow, locking eyes with his opponent and blurting out in shock. You're a rift beast too, and you can talk? The crow ignores his question. With a sweep of its jet black wings, it summons two dark wolves from the void, growling, enough talk. You people call us rift beasts. But on what grounds do you deserve the peace and prosperity you have outside the rift? The wolves get their orders. Baring their fangs and claws, they lunge straight for Lin Yuan. But in a flash, Yin Yin appears in front of him, unleashing her turbulent skill. Countless sharp wind blades slice deep into the lead wolf. Smarty quickly regains his cool, and they fall into a perfect, coordinated formation. Sandio roars without a hint of fear. Dream on. With us here, you won't get a single step closer to Lin Yuan. Smarty's tail twitches, his expression more dangerous than ever. That's right. Besides, they've got a massive bird and a giant wolf on their side. Talk about a quality lineup. Bizarre purple circles suddenly materialize on the crow's forehead. It cackles with glee, summoning horrifying zombie versions of Auntie Sue and Uncle Dong. Oh, really? And are this bird and wolf you mentioned their spirit beasts by any chance? The hypnotic eye technique kicks in instantly, completely twisting Smarty and Sandio's perception of reality. Now then, let's see which of you is really trapped in a fantasy. Dominated by the illusion, the two spirit beasts are mercilessly trampled by 7 black wolves. Yet even through the agony, their only concern is for Lin Yuan. I'm at my limit. Lin Yuan, you have to run. But did they really think some cheap trick like this could stop Lin Yuan? He raises his fist, and the Mobius bracelet on his wrist erupts in a blinding flash of light. The mind settle skill activates. A wave of golden spiritual power washes over them, snapping both beasts out of the trance. Smarty stares at his own paws, confused. What just happened? Why did they vanish? After all those attacks and constant shifts, Lin Yuan has the situation figured out perfectly. He cracks a confident smile, laying it all out. Because this is an illusion. I'm not wrong, am I? Auntie Sue and Uncle Dong aren't here not because you made them disappear, but because you were never powerful enough to pull them into this illusion in the first place. Mobius finishes its scan, and check this out. We get the enemy's full stat sheet. Three-Eyed Crow, Chieftain Elite, Level 2 Mental Type. Its skill, Phantasmal Dream Eye, can drag an enemy into a low-level illusion with just a single glance. It preys on their worst fears to shatter their will, but here's the catch, it only works on spirit beasts weaker than itself. The Three-Eyed Crow Chieftain is absolutely floored, exposed by a mere human kid. It feels like those eyes see right through every single one of its secrets. But a predator's pride won't ever let it back down. It beats its wings, declaring with pure arrogance, I never expected a human brat to see through my power. If that's the case, then you can just die right here. The Crow Chieftain unleashes its aura, funneling purple energy into the last remaining wolf. The trio watches intently. Smarty quickly asks Lin Yuan, is this another illusion? Sandio shakes her head, sensing the approaching danger. This feels too real. He may be the enemy, but the Crow Chieftain just gave us the answer. In here, this is reality. Lin Yuan watches the crow turn a deep jet black as the wolves multiply into dozens of shadowy clones. And yeah, he's got to admit it. This move is the real deal, an almost perfect copy of Uncle Dong's own technique. Taking a deep breath to steady himself, he gives a sharp command. Sandio used turbulence aim for their legs. Smarty hit the weak spots on their faces. They're just clones from an illusion, they have to be weaker than the original. Smarty nods, understanding the plan perfectly. Got it. Sandio spreads her wings, her gaze sharp as a razor, blasting streams of chaotic energy right at the ground and the wolves' feet. At the same instant, Smarty closes the distance, his claws slashing straight for the enemy's nose. I am not missing this shot. But as the attack makes contact, Smarty freezes. His eyes go wide with shock. The target's face is shielded by purple energy, completely unharmed. A cold sweat runs down Lin Yuan's forehead. He stares down the Crow Chieftain, making an offer. Even so, your aberration race can't win on levels alone. This fight is pointless. Hearing this, the Crow Chieftain just scoffs. So confident. Pointless. You are humans and spirit beasts. I am an aberration. Since when did our battle need to have a point? The energy in its body explodes, its size warping and growing at an incredible rate. None of you are escaping today. From now on, you'll be nothing but my puppets and my toys. Lin Yuan realizes his entire read on the enemy was wrong. The spirit beast level is now bronze rank. He's horrified. It ranked up, inside of an illusion. Its evolution complete, the Crow Chieftain darts forward, with terrifying speed, carving a deep gash across Lin Yuan and sending him crashing to the ground. As he falls, the origin crystal tumbles out of his pocket. The crow begins to spew its twisted philosophy. Survival must be earned. Combat is the only true satisfaction. Destruction is the start of fairness and slaughter. Slaughter brings everything back into balance. By what right do creatures like you get to enjoy fresh air and good food while we're forced to kill each other in spatial rifts just for a desperate chance to survive? With Lin Yuan wide open and unable to defend himself, the wolf pack descends tearing into him. Blood pours from his wounds, absorbed instantly by the origin crystal lying on the ground. Across the battlefield, his teammates are in just as bad shape. Sandio's wing is crushed in a wolf's jaws, and she whispers in agony, "If only I were a little stronger." Tongming gets absolutely stomped on, but still drags its battered body towards its master. The three-tailed crow master perched high on a rock coldly watches. The wolves tear apart their prey and continues its lecture. Survival is just suffering. Only destruction brings eternity. But it made one fatal mistake. Pay close attention because this is where everything changes. The crow stares, jaw hanging open. What in the world is happening? Lin Yuan is now floating midair, the massive silhouette of a white monster looming behind him. The crow master realizes the horrifying truth. Impossible, that's a source seed, and he's on the opposite side. Lin Yuan calls Tongming and Yin back to his side, ready to unleash his true power. Looks like your ability enhances spirits in this environment, but we can use that too. Tongming and Yin aim for its weak spot. Go for the kill. In an instant, both spirit beasts shift from their physical forms into massive spiritual bodies. Tongming whips its two tails, its gaze razor sharp. I saw it a long time ago. Its weak point is its beak. Guided by Yin, Tongming teleports and slams right into the target. The proud beak of the Crowmaster shatters and its body breaks apart, losing its connection. Before fading completely, it leaves behind a distinct purple symbol and a final resigned whisper. You won in the end. And here I thought my destiny was about to change. As his enemy fades, Lin Yuan learns a hard truth. A slaughter rune, so their very nature is just to kill. If that's the case, then we have no choice but to keep fighting, right? The battle ends and Lin Yuan is woken up by Uncle Dong Lai. Xiao Yuan, wake up. We have to go back. Did that flock of crows scare you? Lin Yuan snaps out of it, trying his best to act normal. No, not at all. Uncle Dong laughs it off, while Tongming, having just woken up, is already drooling a goofy look that doesn't match its name at all. Yin, on the other hand, is much calmer. Who knows if Uncle Dong realized Lin Yuan just survived a life-or-death battle in an illusion. The important thing is they're all safe. Uncle Dong turns and shouts to Aunt Su up ahead. See, Xiao Yuan is tired, just as I thought. He didn't cause any trouble. Aunt Su smiles back. All right, then let's head home. The Mainu Snow Eagle changes direction, heading straight for the spatial rift. Lin Yuan can't help his curiosity. Uncle Dong, where should I go if I want to get stronger? Uncle Dong answers with confidence. The Star Tower, of course. It's an excellent place for combat training. The group departs, leaving behind a desolate battlefield and the lonely corpse of a black crow. Returning home while the night is still dark, Lin Yuan places Tongming and Yin on the bed, carefully tucking them in. As for him, he still has important work to do. He prepares a pot filled with spirit stones and carefully places the green source seed on top. Stroking his chin, he recalls the vision, thinking back in the illusion, it only started changing after drinking my blood. Was that image its evolved form? So a blood contract is the key, huh? You and I are about to see him put that theory to the test. To verify what Aunt Su and Uncle Dong said, he takes out a small knife and makes a clean cut across his palm. He clenches his fist, letting the warm blood drip into the pot, his voice firm. Screw it, I'm going all in. This better be an attack-type spirit beast. The fresh blood soaks the source seed, which immediately sprouts and grows at a dizzying speed. Lin Yuan is startled. It's absorbing this fast. But it doesn't stop there. A desperate screeching voice echoes in his mind. More. More. I want more. Don't stop. Lin Yuan's face goes pale. He clamps his hands over his ears. Well, we're definitely connected now, but this desire is a bottomless pit. He feels his strength draining away, his body no longer under his control. No, this is bad. I'm trapped. Luckily, he was prepared. The special healing pot was ready. Lin Yuan channels his golden spiritual power into his other hand, transferring it over. Lily, I'm counting on you. Help me slow down this blood loss just a little. After a struggle, the source seed finally transforms into a plant that looks just like a rose. Lin Yuan lets out a sigh of relief. Phew, finally done. I can't believe it took that much blood. He starts healing the wound with his green spiritual power. He mutters to himself. Still, if it's a pure plant type, I wish it had a mouth like a carnivorous plant from the illusion. Before he can finish, the plant suddenly sprouts a cute smile and two sparkling eyes. Lin Yuan is completely stunned. No way it actually worked. He breaks into a huge grin and claps. Awesome, this is exactly my style. I'll call you Hong Si. He offers it a carrot, but Hong Si puffs out its cheeks and turns away in total disgust. And right there, we get the first taste of its sassy personality. He nods, getting the message. Don't like carrots, huh? He switches to offering a spirit stone instead. How about this one? Nope. Just like before, it flat out refuses. You and I are watching Lin Yuan stare at his pale face, totally defeated. Don't tell me you want more blood. I really can't handle that. Just then, the door swings open. Tongming walks in, rubbing his eyes and asking Lin, Yuan, don't you need to catch up on sleep? Seeing Tongming awake, he turns with a reassuring smile. I'm fine. You and Yin Yin worked hard yesterday. The ever-observant Tongming immediately spots the new team member. He puts his paws on his hips, squinting. What's this? Is that the giant tree from yesterday? Lin Yuan proudly makes the introduction. Smart boy. Its name is Hong Shi, and from now on, it's our teammate. Tongming is wide awake now, hopping onto the table with eyes sparkling. So is it going to be as strong as it was in the illusion? So jealous. Lin Yuan. When do I get to power up? He crosses his arms, comforting the little cat. Be patient. You're both at the elite tier now, but wait till you hit bronze. You'll get a huge transformation and a massive power boost. Eavesdropping. Yin Yin can't hold back anymore and swoops in chirping. What's going on? I want to hear too. Once everyone is gathered, Lin Yuan shoves his hands in his pockets and clearly announces his plan. For now, we're going to rest and focus on getting you two to break through to the bronze tier. Mobius immediately updates Tongming's status, Elite Beast 10 out of 10. 1 week later, Lin Yuan leads the group outside. Hong Shi is placed in a corner to watch. Lin Yuan raises a hand. It's about to begin. And pay attention, because this is where the real power-ups start. Yin Yin lands, looking at him with determination. Don't worry, I'm ready for this. Tongming also sits up straight, eager. Let's do it. Lin Yuan nods proudly. His hand is glowing with abundant spiritual power. After a week of rest, his body is fully recovered. There's no reason to delay this. Besides, raising the source species has purified my spiritual energy. Reaching the bronze tier shouldn't be a problem. The moment he finishes, a huge sphere of blue spiritual power envelops Yin Yin, merging with Lin Yuan's golden energy. Tongming gasps, whoa. When the process ends, Yin Yin has completely transformed, becoming far more beautiful and magnificent. New information pops up. Beast, name Flowing Cloud Green Sparrow. Species, Bluefinch. Tier Bronze, 1 out of 10. Attribute Sound. Skill Sound Spike shoots, 3 sonic thorns. Another skill, Turbulent Flow, lets her flap her wings to create a rapid chaotic airflow. Lin Yuan is completely baffled. Between the Yin Bird and the Flowing Cloud Green Sparrow, there should have been another stage, the Songstress Bird. Did Yin Yin just skip a whole evolution stage? A trait selection panel appears. Oiled Feathers. Reduces incoming damage. Clear Skies changes the weather to clear and reduces stamina use while flying by using the wind. Lin Yuan thinks fast. Against wide area attacks, damage reduction, or extra mobility can still get you trapped, but changing the weather itself, that could help you dodge or even counterattack. He goes with Clear Skies. Tongming stares at Yin Yin in awe. Yin Yin, you're so pretty you don't even look like a yin bird anymore. Yin Yin chirps happily. Really, now I can sing and dance on my live streams. Now it's his turn. Tongming bounces excitedly. Quick, it's my turn, and trust me, you're going to want to see how this one turns out. I know, calm down. But as soon as he channels the spirit energy, Lin Yuan feels something is wrong. He asks anxiously, what's wrong? Are you in a lot of pain? But despite the agony, Tongming is resolute. No, absolutely do not stop. Knowing how stubborn his beast is, he frowns and pushes more spirit power. Fine, I'll make this as fast as I can. He's completely confused. Tongming's spirit energy was stable, so why is he having such a strange reaction? Suddenly, Tongming's nose starts to twitch. Wait, Lin Yuan. My nose is so itchy. Achoo. After that earth-shaking sneeze, Tongming's entire body glows. Lin Yuan is stunned. Is the evolution finished? Yin Yin quickly brings a mirror over for her friend. Tongming, hurry and see how you've changed. His ears are now slightly pointed. Tongming strokes the tufts of fur on his ears. Whoa, I think I've turned into a scholar. Unlike Yin, Tongming's trade options are pretty unique. Dust repel prevents dust from settling wherever he goes, keeping the area spotless. Materialize can transform into an item for his contractor to use. And pain amplification. After hitting a target, the pain they feel is multiplied. Lin Yuan's analysis is quick. Dust repel is a counter. Pain amplification boosts damage, but materialize is a total gamble. Surprisingly, Tong Ming makes the call himself. I choose materialize. He stares down at the cat, double-checking. Are you really that certain? Tong Ming puffs out his chest. I'm not a combat-type beast. The other two wouldn't really help me in a fight anyway. Lin Yuan just pats his head, laughing. You and I both knew Tong Ming was lazy about fighting, but choosing to become a tool, that's next-level dedication to slacking off. After some serious prodding, Smarty blushes, wagging its tail non-stop. Enough talk, just do it. If I turn into something useless, I'll bite my own tail off. All while Yin Yin cheers it on. High risk, high reward, stick with me, we're about to see if this gamble pays off. And boom, Smarty's new stats pop up. Spirit, pet name Heavenly, question beast. Species genius, cat of the lynx family. Rank bronze, tier 1 out of 10. Its system is spirit-based with skills for perfect memory and analysis. Its main trait, chi-fication, it can transform into an item for its master. Lin Yuan nervously activates the skill. A flash of light shoots into his hand and forms a pair of glasses. Smarty's voice rings out in pure despair. Just a pair of glasses. It's over. It's all over. I don't want to live anymore. And yeah, I know what you're thinking, but just wait. Lin Yuan keeps the faith. He puts them on and instantly feels a change. He looks like a scholar now, you could even call him Professor Lin Yuan. Looking through the lenses, a stream of data appears over Yin showing her vitality index is completely full. Not only that, he can now hear his pet's inner thoughts, whispering about how they want that special pork floss bread from the next street over. Detailed info on the flowing cloud green bird species appears from its habitat at 3,000 meters to its ability to manipulate air. He nods, totally satisfied, and makes a mental note to preen Yin Yin's feathers. He's impressed. All that reading really paid off. Suddenly, his eyes lock onto the corner of the room right on the red thorns pot. A hungry voice echoes in his mind. Aberration. 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 Lin Yuan freezes. And trust me, this is where everything changes. An aberration. Don't tell me? It wants to eat the corpse of an aberration. Model.